Hey you guys, welcome. My name is Heather Jones and I am the #1 intuitive teacher in the world. And I teach you the 7 keys. And what are the 7 keys? They are the 7 keys that unlock truth. I give these 7 keys absolutely free. And when you have access to these keys, you become unstoppable. Now, a lot of you guys are dealing with some chronic pain, some chronic symptoms. And you're going to the doctors and they're telling you everything's fine because a lot of the things that you guys are dealing with right now is spiritual. So get a pen and paper because we are going to go through all 7 keys for free. It took me over a decade to learn these keys. It took me over $15,000 in certifications to learn about everything that I'm going to be teaching you tonight. So you guys, key #1 is your body literally speaks to you. Your body has a secret language. And it speaks to you through pain. And the truth is that we have been silenced the day we were born because they knew if they could get us to silence our truth, if they knew that they could make us forget, okay, then they knew that they would have power over us for the rest of our lives. So what does this mean? This means, you guys, that the second that you run to grab a painkiller, a drug, an alcohol, you binge eat, anything you do to mask the pain, to silence the pain, you're actually silencing your truth. Because the truth is, you guys, is the messenger is just telling you something's wrong. The messenger is pain. How else could our bodies communicate with us that something isn't right? So, the second that you allow your messenger to speak truth, she or he will leave. The second you speak to your pain and your pain, the messenger, tells you what's wrong, the messenger leaves. And this is true and true and true time and time again. So I have literally helped hundreds of men and women across the entire globe go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in literal minutes. I'm not magical. I'm not spiritual. I'm not a savior. Okay, I teach truth because after spending a decade helping people one-on-one and seeing people miraculously heal before my eyes, and all we did was allow them to have sacred space to listen to their messenger. So you guys, key #1, I'm giving you all 7 keys tonight, absolutely free. I'm teaching you how to get your yes and no. It is your intuition. It is what teaches you discernment. It's what tells you exactly with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong with you. Why is this information not free? Why does not every single person know this? Because they knew that if they could get us to silence our truth, they could keep us sick and they can profit off of us, because nobody can make profit off of a healed person who knows exactly how to heal themselves. And that is exactly what I teach every single day on my life. And in about an hour at 9:15, we are going to do one-on-ones. And I'm going to show you exactly in real time how someone can go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in literal minutes. Literal minutes. Now, I'm not the only one that teaches this. Okay? But I'm the only one that I know that teaches this for free. So get my free guide if you haven't already. I teach you the 7 keys, how to get your yes and no. Okay, what is your yes and no? Do you know every single time you have prayed to God? Do you know every time you have prayed for an answer, you were answered? Do you know in scriptures when it says, ask and you shall receive, knock and I shall open the door? Okay, we've been lied to. We've been told, well, you can knock and he'll answer when he's ready. You can ask, but he'll answer when he's ready. No, 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 no. That is a lie. The second you have prayed, the second you have asked for an answer, your loving heavenly parents gave you the answer. But the lie is that you don't get an answer right away. So, you guys, we're going to go through the 7 keys. You're going to learn exactly how to get your answers, okay? Because the truth is that as children, you knew how to connect to your intuition like that. But you've been silenced by your parents, you've been silenced by your coaches, your teachers, your pastors, your bishops, your prophets, psychics, healers, mediums, right? All these people are telling you what you should be doing and how you should be doing it and how you should live your life. And that's just not the truth, you guys. The truth is that you have discernment. Hey, love. The truth is that you guys were born with a gift that can never, ever, ever be taken away from you. And that is the gift of intuition. That is the gift of discernment. It never lies. It always tells the truth, and it will give you the answers with a 99.9% accuracy. What's that 1% flaw? That's the human nature. Okay? That's human nature. So when you have access to the 7 keys, when you have access to your intuition, how you receive a yes or a no, it's different for everyone. That's why you don't see anyone coming on here teaching how to receive personal revelation. Because the way I receive personal revelation is different than how you receive personal revelation. People have their own spiritual gifts. There's people who see, there's people who hear, there's people who smell, there's people who taste. So as you learn, as you practice the yes and no, which is using your body as an instrument to get a yes or no, you're going to recognize that there is a feeling, a sensation, a taste, a smell when you get a yes. And then you're going to recognize that there is a way that you feel the things you taste, see, smell, a no. And it's different for every person. So as you start using these keys, you guys, and you start getting your yes and no, eventually using your body to test becomes second confirmation to what you already know is true in your heart. Okay? That is your gift. So get a pen and paper, you guys. We're going to go through the keys today. After we go through the keys, we are going to use these keys in real time, and I'm going to prove to you that these keys work. I'm going to prove to you that I am not a healer, you are. That you can do exactly, hey, I'm not having anyone come up, so thanks. But I'm not co-hosting with anyone today. I'm not co-hosting. Okay, there we go. Sorry, people keep bombarding my life. So let's go over the keys, you guys. This is how I use the keys. So first of all, I teach you how to get a yes or no in my free guide. It's absolutely free. All the information that you need to get started is in my free guide. Now, I do have an advanced intuitive testing guide. It's $27. And I teach you how to get a yes or no in seconds and how to do this for other people and how to test money blocks. And if you do test physical, which is the second key, what physically is wrong? Which parasite, which nutrient deficiency, which toxin, okay? So we're going to use the 7 keys. We're going to go through the 7 keys right now. Get a pen and paper. Make sure you're following me and make sure you write these down, okay? Belt, please don't try this, guys. Come to Jesus. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What do you think I'm talking about? I'm literally telling people how to connect with their intuition straight from source, you guys. These keys come straight from God and Jesus, okay? Don't take my word for it. So many people are relying on doctors and external validation to get their answers. I'm telling you, no, that's not how we do it here. All right. So, key number 1. Hi from Liverpool. Key number 1, your body has a secret language. Your body literally speaks to you through pain. Pain is the secret messenger of the body. When you silence your pain, you silence your truth. You're literally silencing the messenger who's just coming to tell you that there's something wrong. Okay? So what happens is you get a pain in your chest. That's the messenger saying, hey, Heather, there's something wrong here. That's not yours. Let's clear it. But instead of me listening to her, I go into the pain cabinet and I take things for the love. I take an ibuprofen, I take Tylenol, I take a painkiller, I take drugs, I take alcohol, I silence her. Shh. And what does she do? She gets louder and she gets louder until you are dealing with a 10-10 pain. You're going to the doctors. The doctors are saying there's nothing wrong with you. They gaslight your pain. Okay, I've been gaslit multiple times by doctors. They gaslight your pain. Being cold all the time, whatever is the problem, okay? Whatever is the problem is the messenger telling you there's something wrong. Whether that's a bad relationship, whether that's money blocks, okay? Whether that's cancer, fibromyalgia, gout, pain, headaches, okay? That's key number 1. So key number 2, you guys, is yeah, it could be physical. It could be physical. But it's either going to be categorized as a parasite, a toxin, heavy metal, okay, or a nutrient deficiency. But the problem is that when you go to the doctor, how do I know this? Okay, I'm certified in over 10 holistic modalities. I've spent over $15,000 in a decade in certifications, okay? After my last certification, after I spent $1,000 in another certification, I was done because I said it's the same exact information, but this huge process to test yes or no and to clear. So I simplified it. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars. You don't need hundreds of certifications, and you don't need a decade to learn this. Okay, so I teach this for $27. So key number two, it could be physical, but you go to the doctor and you tell them you have a parasite, they are going to laugh at you. They're going to tell you, we do not live in a third world country. You do not have parasites. But that is a lie. They are not going to test for toxins or nutrient deficiencies right away, okay? If you want to test those things in America, you are going to pay out of pocket. So you can use your body to test with a 99.9% accuracy. If it is a parasite, you're going to know exactly which parasite. If it is a toxin or nutrient deficiency, you're going to know exactly which one. And then in my $27 guide, I teach you the efficacy or efficiency of what you use to clear that. Because a lot of you guys are spending hundreds of dollars on vitamins, on detoxes, on cleanses, and they're not even touching the root cause. So you can use your body as an instrument to test 99.9% accuracy what is wrong with you and how to clear it with what. Because a lot of you guys are on parasite cleanses or detoxes or vitamins and they're not doing a thing. You're literally pooping out or wasting your time on things that do not work. Or you're doing one of these things on the physical key and it's not physical, it's spiritual, it's generational, it's absorbed. Me too, T. HSV1, anything, you guys. Key number 1 is X. You know in math they put X equals da-da-da-da-da. So key number 1 is X. Whatever the pain, the problem, the block is the first key. Okay? So if you haven't already, make sure you get my free guide. I teach this information and I give it away for absolutely free. Why do I give it away for free? Because after 10 years and certifying in one more certification, I was pissed. I told God, I had it out with God. I said, God, this is a joke. People don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in certifications to learn this huge way to, number 1, test what's wrong with them, and to, number 2, clear. And God said, well, Heather, you've literally been praying since you were a little God. Thanks, Kimberly, to be used as an instrument in my hand. And now I'm telling you to go share this information. Go be used. Be an instrument in my hands to teach truth. So do not take my word for this, guys. Get my free guide. I tell you the 7 keys. I give you a way to test yes or no. That's been proven. I'm not the only one that teaches this. You can go spend thousands of dollars and spend decades certifying in these certifications, okay? But you don't need that. You just need truth, and that's what the truth code is. So in my $27 guide, I do charge $27, okay? I teach you a system that I learned in Germany called Innerwise, and it is how to get a yes or a no in seconds. And it is the easiest system. It is so stupid easy that my children can do this. And every day when I do my one-on-ones with people or when I teach people, right, it's easy. It's easy. Do you know what the number 1 problem is people doubt themselves. People have been gaslit for so long that they doubt their truth. Well, I'm manipulating it. Well, I don't know. Can you test for me? So you guys, you have to practice. You have to practice, but it is so easy. So we're going through the 7 keys, you guys. We're going through the 7 keys. I teach you the keys for free. It took me a decade just to learn the keys. So what are the keys? The keys are just a fast way for the messenger to tell you what's wrong so you can unlock your truth. So I have worked with psychics, with mediums, with doctors, with nurses, with people who have clients, and I teach them the 7 keys because when you're working with someone, which I teach you how to do in my $27 guide, when you're working with someone, you need to get to the root quickly. So when I listen to the messenger, I say, okay, messenger, which key will unlock truth? Because remember, you guys, the second you allow your messenger to tell you the truth, she will leave. The second you get the answer, she leaves, he leaves, okay? The pain leaves because you got the message. Does this make sense? Okay, it's fascinating. So we ask the messenger, is it physical? Nope, it's not physical. Okay, what's the next key? The next key, you guys, is emotional. Emotional trauma. You're welcome, love. So what can you guys do for me? You guys can tap the screen for love and you can get the free guide and you can share it with everybody you know. Share this information. It's free. It should be free. Everyone should know this information, okay? So that's what I want you guys to do. Learn this information and share this information. So you guys, we're at key number 3. Who's the messenger? It's your higher self. It's God. It's Jesus. The messenger came to say, there's something wrong here. We can clear it. okay? The messenger is your intuition that never lies and always tells the truth. The messenger is what tests at a 99.9% accuracy and can tell you exactly what's wrong and what needs to be cleared. So how do you get the guide? You just click on my picture again, or view profile, and then I have a link. So I have a Stan store, and then you have access to my guide, my $27 guide, my one-on-ones, okay? So key number three, if you have ever in your lifetime experienced sexual trauma, physical trauma, emotional trauma, religious trauma, spiritual trauma, and I know we've all experienced those, because guess what? I'm going to tell you a secret. We came to this earth to experience trauma and trials. And those trauma and trials are our what? #training. We did not come here to have an easy, free life, free of pain and free of sin. Okay? That's just not how this life works. The problem is there is a lot of people today trying to spiritually bypass their trauma. They're trying to spiritually bypass their money blocks. What do I mean by that? I mean, you cannot put on your mirror and pray affirmations every day. I want to manifest $1 million in my account. You have to learn the lesson. You came here to learn. So I teach you in my $27 guide and my free guide how to get a yes or a no. Because if you have a money block, if you have a relationship block, if you are sick, there is a reason why, and you have to learn why. And the messenger will tell you. And the second the messenger tells you and you get the message, you've learned the lesson, she leaves. How do I know? Because you guys, I was dealing with a money block. Okay? I was dealing with a money block. I asked, which key will unlock my money block? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Okay, we're going to go through the 7 keys. But your messenger will tell you. And the second you learn the lesson, you guys, boom, life changes, sickness goes away, you feel healed, you feel better. It's so fast. But so many people are trying to spiritual bypass their trauma, or they don't even know. They don't even know that that little girl or that little boy, if you're dealing with more than one, you clear them in layers. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, you guys, in about 40 minutes. We're going to do one-on-ones. So you guys, key number 3. Do you know how many women and men are sexually traumatized before the age of 18? It's 1 in 4. Do you know statistically it says men aren't as many? But I think it's just as many men. Men just don't share as often because men are taught to not be vulnerable, to not cry, to not share. Because if you share, you're weak. If you're vulnerable, you're weak. So I work with women and men who have been sexually traumatized, who have never told a soul, who have kept that shame and that guilt, feeling unworthy. They're 40, 50, 60 years old, and they're in so much chronic pain. They're sick. And do you know why they're sick? It's because that little boy and that little girl that was traumatized is still there screaming, I need help, I need love. Someone come back and share that with me. And do you know the second that you go back and you tell that little girl the truth? You guys, I teach these keys, I live them. I was physically traumatized and sexually traumatized as a child. I had to go back to my 4-year-old little self and tell her the truth. That those things that happened to you were not your fault. Because what happens is when you are 0 to age 25, you do not have the mental capacity. Your brain is not fully developed to tell yourself the truth. So now in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, you have to go back and you have to repair and tell the truth to that little person. The second you do that, it transmutes the energy. You receive the messages you learned, right? You learned through the trauma and trials. But you cannot spiritually bypass, okay? You will not get where you need to go unless you learn and you go back and fix that. Does that make sense, you guys? Is this making sense? Hi, Jeremy, my love. My sweet husband jumped on. Okay? So 7 keys. We're going through the 7 keys. I see you guys. I see lots of trauma. Lots of people sharing their traumas, okay? So key number 3, if you've ever experienced any type of trauma and you have not gone back to heal that, there is a reason why you might be having 10-10 chronic pain. There's a reason why you're going to the doctors and they're telling you everything checks out, your labs are clear, and they gaslight your pain. Because what you're dealing with is not physical, it's emotional, it's generational, it's absorbed, it's spiritual, okay? We're going through the keys. So you guys, let's go through the next key, okay? Lulu, I see you, love. Thank you, BB. Jasmine, right now I'm trying to heal. I have boundaries with my father because that's where my trauma is. Yeah. So we're going to go to the next key, you guys. So key number 1, your body literally speaks to you through pain. Pain is just the messenger. They gaslit us, guys. They knew if we could just silence them and make pain look bad. So every time you have pain, take a painkiller. You guys, I did this with my children. Every time they had pain, I'd run into the cabinet and give them medicine. But now I stop and I ask the body, what are you trying to communicate, right? My little 4-year-old threw up in the living room. I didn't rush to my medicine cabinet. I rushed to my keys. Tell me, what was wrong? Guess what? I tested. He absorbed energy from me and my husband that morning. And his body knew it wasn't his, and his body just threw it up. Okay? Guess what? No pain, no symptoms. He was fine all day. Okay? Use the keys. Use the keys every day. Key number 1, it could be physical. What you're dealing with could be physical. I'm not saying that it's not always physical, but if it is, it's either going to be under a parasite, a nutrient deficiency, or a toxin. Because when your body becomes overloaded with one of those things, it needs help. But if you do get a parasite, guess what? Your body naturally knows how to clear them. It's when it gets overloaded. Your body knows how to clear toxins, but guess what? Sometimes our body needs help. Sometimes our body does need a nutrient. Sometimes it needs more than one. But a lot of you guys are taking medicines, detoxing and cleansing, and that's not what your body needs. And you're actually wasting money on products that are not effective or 100%, 90 to 100% efficient. You guys, I test every product. If this product is not going to get 90 to 100% to the root cause, it's a waste of money. Key number 3. Guess what? Your physical pain could be from an emotional trauma, sexual trauma, religious trauma, spiritual trauma, a trauma you experienced in your past that has not been healed. Okay? Let's go to the next key, generational trauma. So somebody in here said, I'm dealing with my dad. Okay? Do you know that they have proven through epigenetics, through the study of mice, that you can have fears, phobias, sicknesses, and diseases passed down generationally? They have proven this. So, what happens when you test yes for the generational key? It means that you might be carrying pain, fears, phobias, sicknesses that are not yours. And the messenger is trying to tell you that. The messenger is trying to say, hey, there's something here that you can clear. And the second that you clear that generational trauma, it leaves your body. The pain leaves. So I experienced generational trauma. What does this look like in some cases? So my dad, right? His dad served in Vietnam, served in the war, came home with severe PTSD and trauma, was an alcoholic, and was severely abusive with his boys. Okay? He also came from trauma and war. My dad, he did the best that he could. Okay? I love my dad, but my dad also has given me lots of trauma because he was very physically abusive with me. And so I had generational trauma from my dad. Now my mom, my sweet mom, guess what? When she was a child, she experienced sexual trauma. Guess what? Her mom experienced sexual trauma. Guess what? Her mom experienced sexual trauma and alcoholism. Guess what? I experienced as a child? Sexual trauma. Okay? So I had both a father and a mother that I generationally had things passed down to me that were not mine, that I did not need to carry. So how do you know which key you need to work on? You ask. You ask. Because a lot of you guys are watching this live right now and you are dealing with the 10-10 pain. And you've been dealing with it for years. And the truth is that you have been lied to and you've been silenced. You have been taught to silence your pain, which is the messenger. So on this live tonight, we are going to allow the messenger to speak. We are going to ask her exactly which key we need to unlock our truth. And when she's done speaking, she leaves and she takes the pain with her. So, you guys, key number 1, we're not silencing the messenger anymore. Key number 2, it could be physical. Key number 3, it could be emotional. Key number 4, it could be generational trauma. So let's go to key number 5. Thanks, BA. When we ask, what happens to know which one it is? So that's how you get your yes and your no. So I teach you for free in my free guide how to get a yes or a no. Now it takes a little bit longer because you're using your entire body as an instrument to get a yes or no. I'm not the only one that teaches it. You can get a yes or no with a 99.9% accuracy. What is wrong with you? Now in my $27 guide, you guys, I teach you how to get a yes or no in seconds. And it's not your traditional muscle testing. I'm certified in muscle testing and I couldn't figure it out. I was one of the special ones who couldn't do this or whatever. So I learned a system in Germany called Innerwise where you can get your yes and your no in seconds, and it's just so easy. My kids can do it. My husband can do it. Hey, Don. So when you get your yes and your no, you're going to ask, is this pain, this money block, whatever the problem is it physical? Yes or no? Is it emotional? Yes or no? Is it generational? Yes or no? Now we're going to go to the next key. Okay. Is it absorbed? So how many of you guys are my empaths in here? How many of you guys are my empaths? Me, this sounds so good. Thanks, love. So where are my empaths? You guys, empaths are people who just pick up on energy naturally, right? We can sense when someone's lying. We can sense toxic people, right? 600,000 million. Yeah, unfortunately me. Yeah, so empaths, you guys are amazing. But the problem with all these empaths, right? I am too, is, sometimes we take on people's energy as our own. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a little lesson, right, about quantum entanglement. If you've never heard about quantum entanglement, it's just a really fancy word for energies colliding. So we are all energy, you guys. And you can sit down next to someone within a 5-6 foot radius and you will actually pick up on their energy. Okay. And our energies, they've proven this through science. I'm not here to prove science, but they've proven this through science that your energies will eventually, after 20 minutes, balance out. So you can literally feel people's energy. But here's the problem, you guys, is a lot of times when we leave, okay, we take some of their energy with us. And that is quantum entanglement. That is absorbing and taking on other people's energy as your own. Thanks for the love. But here's the problem with that, you guys. The problem with that is if you're a sponge and you're an empath, and I think a lot of you guys are, you're exhausted because you are just putting rocks in your backpack as you're going up the hill. I'll take your rock, I'll take your rock, I'll take your rock. And then you go home and you're like, why am I so exhausted? Because you're taking on people's energy and it's not yours. So now with the 7 keys, okay, with the 7 keys, you guys, you're going to test, is this pain or this sickness or I'm feeling tired, is this absorbed energy? And if you get a yes, you can clear it in seconds. You can say, back to sender with love, you're not mine, and the pain will go away in seconds. How do I know this? Because I absorb energy all the time sometimes, especially when I get off these lives. I'll have a stomach ache or chest pain. I'll be like, oh, is this mine? Nope. And I send it away and my pain is gone. Right? So I'm going to share an example. How do we test it? So in my free guide, I teach you how to get your yes and your no. Heather, I downloaded your free guide. It's absolutely amazing and valuable. Oh, yes. Thank you, Queen. Oh, I want to say something to you guys. A lot of you guys are messaging me because you download it, you open it, and then it disappears. If that happens and you can't find it, just search Heather Ashley and it'll pop up. And check your spam, okay? Because it goes right to your email. So I want to share a quick story about the absorbed key, and then we're going to move on to the next. You guys, we only have 2 keys left after this, okay? So we're going through 7 keys. So I had a friend. She was 27 years old. She came to see me. She did a one-on-one and she's been having, she was dealing with stomach pain for years. You guys, make sure you get my free guide. Click here, my picture again, and it's under my Stan Store, okay? My $27 guide, you guys, teaches you exactly what I'm doing and how to do it for other people, okay? The system I teach is a little quicker. So right now we're talking about the absorb key and I want to share a personal story. So I was working with a friend. She was 27 years old, okay? She came in with stomach pain. She had, couldn't go to the bathroom. She had constipation. She was seeing doctors for like years. She always struggled with this. Okay, so finally she came to see me and we tested. We used the 7 keys. Key number 1, why is she having this stomach pain, right? We're speaking to the messenger. Where is this stomach pain coming from? So we tested. It wasn't physical. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't generational. It was absorbed. We asked, do we need to know more? Okay, that's key, you guys. When the messenger is speaking, we don't shut her up. We get the whole message. Because if you only get part of the message, she's not going away. So we asked the messenger, do you need to know more? Do I need to know more? And she says yes. Okay, so we asked questions. How old was she? She was 6 months old. Do we need to know more? Yes. Okay. Did an accident happen? Was it her accident? Yes. Do we need to know more? Yes. Okay. Was it from her mom? Yes. Do we need to know more? No. So guess what? We cleared it. She cleared it. I'm going to teach you how to clear too in minutes. Okay. In minutes. I'm going to teach you how to clear pain in minutes. So within a few minutes, her stomach pain was completely gone. And she's like, this is crazy. This is crazy. So guess what she did, right? Curiosity. She called her mom. She said, hey mom, did something happen when I was 6 months old? Was there an accident? And she's like, yeah, how did you know? She's like, when you were 6 months old, I was in a car accident and I literally thought we were going to die. We should have died. There's no reason or explanation why we should be here. And I thought you were going to die, my brand new 6-month-old baby. So you guys, that 6-month-old did what? Quantum entanglement. She absorbed some of her mom's trauma energy. You can do this in the womb. How do you know? You can test. Okay? So I work with hundreds of people across the world who clear the keys in seconds, and they have stories like this all the time. Okay? This is truth. Don't take my word for it. Get the free guide and learn. And thank you guys for tapping the screen and loving, because you know what that does? It shares this to other people to get this information for free. Okay? That is my goal, to get this to as many people as possible, because you will see in your own life the miracles that happen in seconds. And they knew if we figured this information out, they knew if people figured out that not only could they test with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong with us, and that we could heal ourselves in minutes, where would they profit? Where would they make money? Okay? The system is built on corruption to profit off of sick people. We can all see the cycle, you guys. We get them sick, we get them on a medication. The medication has what? 100 other side effects. So guess what? We give them more medication to cover the other side effects. And then guess what? There's more side effects. It is a sick, disgusting system that needs to be broken. And that's why I teach these keys for free. Okay? Because you have the power to heal yourself. I'm not your healer. I'm not your savior. I'm not your psychic. I'm not your medium. I love psychics and I love mediums. But here's the truth, you guys. You are a psychic. You are a medium. You are a healer, and you have divine connection to source. So if you want to talk to your loved ones on the other side of the realm, you can do that. You want to activate your spiritual gifts, you can do that. You want to get a yes or no with a 99.9% accuracy, you can do that. So I love healers who teach you how to do it yourself. Okay? That's what Jesus did. He taught by example. He said, you can do these things and greater things can I. He taught people how to fish so that they could what? They could become dependent on their own. Okay? So I teach people how to fish. I teach people how to heal themselves for free. Because the truth is, you guys, when you have the 7 keys and you get your yes and no, your divine intuition, it is game freaking over. It's game freaking over. Okay? All right, let's go to the next key. Can you show me how? Yeah, so we're going to do this live. We're going to do this live in less than 30 minutes. You are going to see people go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain. Why? Because what we're going to do is we're going to hold sacred space. Okay? We're going to allow the messenger to speak. Who is the messenger? It's your higher self. It's God. It's Jesus trying to get to you. Okay? They're trying to tell you what's wrong so you can fix it. So we're going to hold sacred space and we're going to use the keys to get to the root faster. So you guys, I work with psychics, healers, mediums, doctors, nurses, right? I teach them these keys so that they can get to the root in seconds. You can too. So let's go to the next key. Hey guys. Let's go to the next key. So I am a Christian. Okay? I love God. I love Jesus. I love Heavenly Mother. Okay? I love them. I always have known that they were real. I've never doubted my connection. Okay? These keys are not religious though, you guys. So whoever your creator is or whoever you connect with, that's fine. But the reason why I came up with the spiritual key is because as a child, I was literally physically attacked by demonic entities. I saw demonic entities with my own eyes. I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I was absolutely terrified. 7 is God's number, yeah. I was absolutely terrified. I would have night terrors, horrific night terrors. And then I would wake up and try to scream, and I couldn't scream because my voice was silenced by something grasping my throat. Okay? Then I would try to leave my room, and I would see a tall shadow figure that would shapeshift into different forms. And I was terrified. Okay? I was absolutely terrified. Now here's the truth. I was not a low vibrational being. I was not worshiping Satan. I was a pure, innocent child, and the veil was thin for me. So years later, when I was an adult, I was 32 years old. This time I knew my power. I knew my worth. I had studied scripture. I had studied demonology. I knew who I was. And when Jesus said that Satan could prick your heel, but you could crush his head, I knew that. Woo, got scared. Hi, baby, you scared me. So when I was 32, you are not being paid by government to say this. If so, wink, I will deal with them. No, Roger. No, I'm not. I wish, well, maybe I don't wish the government was saying, what, baby? Okay, you gotta go get daddy, okay? He'll get you some food. Can you close my door, love? Thank you. Okay, sorry. So when I was 32 years old, my child scared the little crap out of me. Scared you too. Mom's job is never done. Yeah. So when I was 32, I came home from a session, and I saw the tall shadow hat man in my kitchen. No, and no. What?
I wanted that sandwich.
I'm sorry. Can you ask Daddy to make you another sandwich?
No.
Can you ask Evan too? Okay, love you. Close the door, please. So anyways, I came into my house and I saw this tall shadow hat man. And when it saw me and it could see that I could see it, it ran out of my house so fast. I didn't even have to say anything, you guys. I didn't have to say anything because I know my power. So you guys, in my spiritual mastery course, like I teach people how to be kings and queens. When you become a queen, what does that mean? Nobody disrespects you. You know your power, you know your worth, but multidimensionally, okay? So you guys, if you do not believe in the spiritual key, I am not here to, hey, from Scotland, I'm not here to convince you that demonic entities are real, right? Some people have never seen them. Some people don't believe in them, and that's fine. If you test yes for the spiritual key and you believe in dark energy or light and dark, like this still works for you. But my testimony is, yes, they're real. Yes, I've seen them. Yes, sleep paralysis is real. And I would say most likely you're dealing with demonic entities, okay? But my overall message is that you have power over them. That you can command them to leave in God's name, in Jesus' name, even in your name. Because Jesus said you have power to crush his head. He might prick your heel. Now here's the message I want you guys to understand. Jesus said he can literally prick your heel, which means what? He can cause you physical pain. So I had spent decades with migraines. So when I was 21 years old, you guys, I developed severe migraines. So who in here deals with migraines? Severe headaches and migraines, okay? And for all my kings and queens in here, we have a routine. Still having them. Yes. Don't you need to believe in Jesus? So no, if I had children and they didn't believe in me, but they were hurting and they needed something to leave them, I'm not going to punish them for not using my name to send something bad away, okay? So Jesus said you can send him away. You can bash his head, okay? But by all means, use Jesus' name. I do. So you guys, all these people in here with migraines, I want to tell you my personal story so that maybe you can use the keys to test too to see if yours is spiritual. So I was 21 years old. I was getting migraines every day. If you have not had a migraine, you guys, let me just share a little bit. If you do not take your medication or your medicine, we all have routines. Ask anyone on here who gets migraines. Mine was an ibuprofen 800, 2 Tylenol 500s, a Coke, an ice pack on my neck, a blanket over my eyes, and pitch black with no noise, no sound for 3 hours. And then my migraine would go away. If you cannot get to your routine, you will most likely almost end up in the emergency room because the pain becomes so overwhelming you think you're going to die. That is a migraine. Okay? So here I am, 21 years old, having migraines every day. Thanks, Tammy. Having migraines every single day. I literally thought I was dying. I went to the doctor. I said, I think I have a tumor. I think I have a tumor and it's causing me severe migraines. So they did test. He sent me to a specialist. I went to a specialist, and guess what the specialist said? Honey, you're fine. You're just having migraines. It's normal. Where in the hell do people think that migraines are normal? Like, how can anyone say that's just normal? So they put me on a medication called Imitrex. And you guys, Imitrex actually slows down your heart. It stops your heart from beating to allow the constricted blood vessels, right, to relax, to take away the migraine. And the side effects on that, we won't even go into it. So here I am from the age of 21 to 32, over a decade of dealing with migraines that I had an experience. And I want to share this experience because this is why the spiritual key is so important. So I was at a place where I could not get to my medication. Okay? And I was freaking out because I knew if I did not get to my routine, my medicine, it was gonna go full-blown migraine and I was gonna end up in the emergency room. So I reached out to my friend. I said, hey, can you please check in with me? Can you please check in because I'm about to get a migraine. I can't get to my medicine. So she checks in and she says, sweetheart, you are being attacked by legions of entity. Legion. And in that moment, it was like in Stranger Things where you feel like the energy go up your neck, that little like chill. And I knew exactly that what she said was truth. Okay? When you hear truth, you feel it at a soul cellular level. So I went into the bathroom, I put my hand to the square, and I tried to cast out in the name of Jesus, okay? But I couldn't speak. My mouth was bound shut. So I spoke it out loud in my mind. And a miracle happened that day. The miracle was that I did not get a full-blown migraine. That was a miracle. So I had unlocked the spiritual key. And from that moment on, you guys, I have never had a migraine that has ever gone full-blown like that. Because now usually when I test for a migraine, it's a magnesium deficiency and it's before my periods. But that is why the spiritual key is so important. Because like God said, he can prick your heel, but you can crush his head. Now, again, if you do not believe in these spiritual things, that's fine. I'm not telling you to believe what I believe. I'm telling you if you have the 7 keys and it tests spiritual and you test it's not good, you can clear it. Okay? So that is my story of number 1, being gaslit by doctors because I was dealing with something physical and they said nothing's wrong with you because nothing physically was wrong with me, you guys. I was dealing with something spiritual. And the second that my messenger spoke truth to me, I was able to clear it. So that's what these keys do. And I give you every single key for free. And then when you lock into your intuition, you just use the keys as guidelines to get to the truth faster. That's it. So if you guys want to learn how I do this with other people, we're going to do this in about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to show you how we do this with people. You will see people go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 in minutes. I do this every day. I would not come on live and make myself look like a fool or an idiot if these things didn't work, because they do. Okay? Doctor put me in pain management for 8 years and said I couldn't be fixed. That is an absolute lie. That is an absolute lie. I am telling you right now that you can know exactly why you have any type of pain. Any type of pain. You could know the root cause. Okay? That's an absolute lie. You are gaslit by your doctor. Okay? Now, with that being said, I don't hate on doctors. Okay? They're doing the best they can with the tools that they have. But unfortunately, They are not taught spiritual tools. They are not taught to ask you if you have emotional trauma. They're not taught to ask you, do you have generational trauma? They sure of a hell are not going to ask you in the doctor's office if you're dealing with spiritual things, because if you say yes, they're going to throw you into the mental hospital and say that you have psychosis and you're crazy. Okay? So let's go to the last key. I believe you. I had stomach issues my whole life and was told I have Crohn's disease. Yeah. So key 1 would be Crohn's disease. And then we're going to ask which key will unlock truth. Now, somebody said, how do you know which key, and are there multiple keys? Yes. Your body will always show you, or the messenger will always show you the first key, and then you clear. And then you ask the next key and you clear. You will have some people, right, who have all the pain gone, and then pain starts coming back. Well, guess what, you guys? We have life. We live life. Just because you have these keys doesn't mean the trauma and the trials are going to go away. It just means now you have the keys to get to the root of the pain in seconds and clear it. Okay? I never have anxiety. I never have depression. I'm never sick. And if I am, it's just for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, or maybe the whole day, because I have my keys to test and clear. Okay? So they don't know nada. All right, so let's go to the last key. You guys, for some reason, when I talk about the last key, I lose a lot of people, and that's fine. So like I said, I grew up Christian. I love God. I love Jesus. Okay. And I used to believe that you only live one life. One life. That's it. One chance. You have one chance to make it. And if you don't make it, you go to hell for all eternity. Or if by some small chance you do live a half somewhat perfect life, which we know only Jesus did, you can make it to heaven. So here I am in my 30s, and I have debilitating chest pain. Okay, so we're talking about the last key, you guys. So I have this chest pain. It's killing me. It's crushing my ribs. Okay, I do what I teach you, and I asked my body after about 3 weeks of this pain, what is this? And my body said, it is not from this lifetime. Okay, what does that mean? It's not from this lifetime. Okay. And I'm really hard-headed, you guys, so I waited about a couple more days before I asked again. All right, body, what really is this chest pain? And it said again, it is not from this lifetime. So I do what most people do, and I went on YouTube and I looked up a past life regression meditation. Okay? So I did this meditation, and in this meditation, I had a vision of myself as a red-headed princess, some type of royalty. I was sitting in this castle and I was bawling my eyes out, because in this moment I knew that I was only needed for one thing. I was only needed to produce a male heir. And other than that, I had no value. I had no voice, I had no worth, and I was treated less than the dog. So here I am bawling my eyes out, feeling the same way I did now in this lifetime. I was a woman. I knew I had spiritual gifts, but I was treated less than a man, right? And so I resonated. So here I am with this vision, and I'm like, what the heck just happened, you guys? So what do? I reached out to a friend, and I booked a session, and I asked her to help me with this chest pain, right? We were in the similar certifications. We were friends. And so I met with her, and she did a session. I didn't tell her anything about my vision or what I was thinking. And about 5 to 10 minutes into the session, I tell her, hey, I think I believe in multiple lives, multiple probations. And she said, oh, good, so do I. And she said, I see a little redheaded girl running through the field. And you guys, in that moment, I knew at a soul level. You guys, remember I told you, when you hear truth, it like screams, your soul's like, yes. And in that moment, my whole entire body lit up like on fire, and it said, this is true. And guess what happened to my chest pain? Gone. Gone. So I knew I had unlocked truth. And since then, thanks, Carmen, since then I have done multiple clearings with people who have past life blocks. I have read hundreds of thousands of people who had their own personal experiences with who they were before they came to this life. And I have read several scripture that's not included in the Bible that speaks of ascension, that speaks of descension. Okay? So, if you do not believe in past lives, which I do not blame you, I did not either. And if you would have told me 15 years ago, I would have laughed at you and said, you're crazy, go repent. Okay? But that doesn't mean that the keys still don't work. Because if you believe that are an energy before you came here and that you're going to exist after you came here, the spiritual keys will still work. Okay? Does that make sense, you guys? I love it. Okay? So those are the 7 keys. Oh, Cassandra, I don't think you saw my question, but do I have to have actual pain at the moment once you start? No. Absolutely not. That's exactly what happened to me, love. Oh, mindset, I see that. Yeah. So, you guys, those are the 7 keys. Key number 1, it doesn't have to be physical, you guys. It doesn't have to be physical pain. The messenger can be, why do I keep having bad relationships? Why do I keep attracting horrible people into my life? Why do I keep having money blocks? Why can't I get past 5, 10K, 15, 20K months? Why am I stuck? Okay. Why do I have physical pain? So you guys, key number 1 is just becoming aware. Becoming aware that there is a problem, there's a block, there's an issue here that I need to resolve. Once you write that down or tell your body or your soul, hey, we're going to work on this, show me which key will help unlock. Oh, I love that. I've been here many times before. Yeah. So when you have the key and you have your yes and no, you can ask literally any question. Remember, I told you your body can test with a 99.9% accuracy. I'm not the only one that teaches this. Doctors, chiropractors, scientists have proven that your body is a literal instrument, that your body can decipher truth at a 99.9% accuracy. The doctor that I learned, the system that I teach you in my $27 guide in Germany called Innerwise, right? He created a system using your body to get a yes or no. And it is so easy. It is so easy. My kids and my husband can do it. It's meant to be easy. Anyone who tells you that you need 10 years or over $15,000 in certifications, they're lying to you. How do I know this? Because I did that. Yes, Des. Can I say what again, Queen? So you guys, is this kinesiology? So this is not muscle testing kinesiology. I am certified in muscle testing and kinesiology, but I have to tell you guys the truth. I sucked at it. I manipulated it. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure my hand things out. I couldn't do the sticky or the pull or the arm thing. I couldn't do it. So what I teach you in my $27 guide is called intuitive testing. Okay. And it is so stupid easy. I work with hundreds of people. I do one-on-ones and I show them exactly how to do it and they could do it. Is there a video on this? So I have my $27 guide teaches it. So for those just jumping on, key number 1, there's 7 keys. Key number 1 is just the messenger, just the problem. Listening to the messenger and asking the messenger to show me which key is going to unlock my truth. So in my $27 guide, I teach you a way to get a yes or a no in seconds. In my free guide, I teach you a way that uses your entire body. You can say that's kinesiology, right? Because you use your whole body to get a yes or no. It takes longer. It's a longer way, but it's free and it works with a 99.9% accuracy. Using binomial distribution, true or false? Is this similar to emotion code? Yes. Yes. In the way that you could have a trapped emotion, right? So I teach you how to get your yes and no, and then I use the 7 keys to unlock truth in seconds. Okay? Asthma anxiety is key 1. It's statistics. This is not statistics. Okay. So we have the 7 keys. We're just about to go into our one-on-ones. Okay. What I want you to do is if you're watching this now, get my free guide. Make sure you're tapping hearts because this will send it to people who need this information. It's free. Okay. Make sure that you're following me. Do not lose me, you guys. Do not lose me. We're building a community of truth. I need you. I'm only one person. I need you to tell another person, that tells another person, that tells another person. This information is free. Okay? Why are people not sharing this information? Because if people learned how to heal themselves and if people knew that they can heal themselves for free and learn exactly what their problems were, the matrix would break overnight. The matrix would collapse overnight. Okay? So let's use these keys. So a lot of you guys already know what to do. Joy Chantel, I see you, Queen. So Joy Chantel is first. Okay? Joy Chantel. So this is what I need you guys to do. If you're new here, we're going to create the list, right? So I take the first 10 people, and what we're going to do is we're going to use these keys, and I'm going to teach you exactly how I would do this with another person. You guys, you can get my $27 guide teaches you this. Yes, I charge $27 because I spent 10 years and $15,000 in certifications that I didn't need. All you need is your yes and no and how to use these 7 keys. That is it. I promise you. There is nothing outside of these keys. You can find everything, your money blocks, your relationship blocks, your sickness within the keys. Okay? Oh, shoot. I tried to get your book, but my card was closed for fraud. Sad. Charlotte, let me know when you reactivate your card and make sure you get it. But get my free guide, Charlotte. Start there. Get my free guide, okay, Queen? All right, so this is what I need you guys to do. I need you to say what your pain level is, and then I give you permission. So the reason why, you guys, I need permission is because you don't do anything against anyone's free will. So I teach you this in my $27 guide, how to do this for other people, because you can't force healing on people. There are people who literally do not know who they are without their pain, right? If you take away their pain, you take away their identity, and they will not survive. So we only hold sacred space and help people who ask to be helped. And we do not heal people. We are not healers. The only person, the only savior we have is Jesus. And he taught us we can do what he can do and even greater things. What are we doing? We're giving truth so people can do this for themselves, okay? Ask anyone I worked with if I healed them. Nope. It's you. You have the power. You. It's your free agency. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the list of 10. If you don't make it on the list, you guys, get my free guide. Learn how to do this for yourself. Make sure you're tapping the love and sharing and following me. Do not lose me. Do not lose me because you need this information and it's free. Okay, let me go back up so I can get all of you guys. Okay, so we're going to be doing these one-on-ones. Okay. Yeah, and so Cassandra said, you know, what if I don't have pain? It doesn't have to be pain. It's just what is the block? Okay, so we're starting with Joy Chanel. Then Tiffany, Pure Opulence. And you guys, we're going to go in order of the list. Des, I don't know what your pain is though, Des. Sammy. Okay. Maricela, I need to know what your pain level is. I'll write you down, but you need to say what your pain level is. And Lolly, Lolli. And then Ari 3S, Ari 3S. Amma, Amma. I like cats. I like cats. I have a guide that I'm launching next week. It's to teach you how to heal your animals and communicate with your animals. To know if your animal, specifically why the animal's in your life. It's going to be the most incredible digital guide for people with pets. Have you guys seen that dog? It's, what's his name, Bonnie, or who's literally asking deeper questions? Do you remember in the last days that they said that animals would literally be communicating with us? That we would be speaking with pets? It's happening now, you guys, right? It's happening now. Okay, she's at a 10. And then Angela, UGC. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I'll put Mandy Ray. Okay, you guys, I have my 10. If I did not say your name, it doesn't mean that I'm not picking you. It just means that I want you to get my free guide and follow me. We go live every day. Okay? So Joy Chanel. If People use buttons to ask their cats and dogs. Yes. Yeah, they're using the buttons. So a lot of people, I've had a lot of people reach out and they're like, can you heal my dog? Can you test my dog? And you know, honestly, I kept getting no's. Like the pet said, no, you cannot. And so what I would do is I would teach the pet owner how to do what I do, right? Using the keys. And they would always have permission. Yes, Tattoo Queen. So when you work with your pets, pets do not need to be healed. They just need, they need your understanding. And sometimes they just need space, or they need you to recognize that you are the one causing them the pain, because they take on your energy, they take on your trauma, and they're here as companions to help transmute that energy. And a lot of times their sickness is them trying to help you take it on. Okay. But you could know exactly what's going on with your pet, at what level. And so that's what my guide does. And pets work differently than humans, right? Pets don't need permission. They have no fears. They process energy super fast. And so it's just learning how they need to process and how to set boundaries for yourself so that they can do that. Anyways, that was a side tangent, but I'm super excited about it. Thank you, man. Okay, so Joy, you're up, love. Yes, cats are incredible. Nikki, hi, my love. Sweet angel, I hope you're doing so good, honey. Hopefully you got to take a nap. We did a one-on-one with Nikki today, and she cleared a lot of deep, deep things, and I'm so proud of her for being so brave. Love you, Queen. Okay, Joy, are you here? So what we're going to, oh, there you are, Queen. Okay, so this is what we're doing, you guys. So for those of you guys who are watching and you're new here, I have a list of my 10 already. We're going to start with Joy. So Joy has given me permission, which means I can test for her. So I'm just going to test which key, and then when I get which key, she is going to release, okay? The universal way of releasing, you guys. Remember, I've been certified in so many modalities. Everybody has this huge way of releasing, but I have found that there's two ways: universal breath and unconditional love. I do not have to teach people breath, and I do not have to teach people unconditional love. You ask anyone, any somatic breathwork coaches, when we feel stuck or sick, or when we're trying to push out babies, we do what? We stop breathing. So breath causes cortisol. It cuts off oxygen to our brain. Our brain shoots cortisol through our bodies. It's the stress hormone. When you have so much stress hormone in your body, it causes inflammation and belly fat, and it makes you feel sick. So as you're releasing this pain, you guys, I need you to breathe. So I need you to keep breathing. So when I call your name and we get a yes that you can clear, this is how you're going to do it. You're just going to keep breathing. You're going to breathe unconditional love into the pain. And with each breath out, you're going to release the pain. You're going to see the pain leaving your body. Now, some people are going to cry. Some people are going to get hot and sweaty or freezing cold. Yesterday, so many people were like, I'm freezing cold. It's just the energy shifting and moving. So just continue to hold breath. Hold sacred space for your body. How many people in here, when's the last time you held sacred space for your body to feel all the emotions, to allow yourself to grieve and process, okay? I know I could do it more. So, Joy, we're going to test for Joy. I'm going to test in seconds what's wrong, and you can do this too. I'm not any smarter, more talented, more chosen than you who are watching this. If you are watching this, it's because you need to learn these keys and that you could do exactly what I'm doing. Exactly what I'm doing. I teach you in my $27 guide, okay? So Joy. So Joy gave me permission, yes. Okay, so show me which key. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Okay, let me pull this over here. Just remember, if you're watching this and a key does not resonate with you, if past life does not resonate with you, change the language. What does resonate with you? Do you believe that you're an eternal being? Do you believe that you had some type of experience before you came into this earth and this body? If yes, just ask, is there something that happened before I came here that I'm ready to clear? And if you get a yes, you can clear it, okay? It's so simple. Don't overcomplicate these keys. All right, Joy, past life. When you guys watch my lives, you will see that I call in a lot of people that are clearing the persecutions cross. The persecution's cross is people who have been silenced in multiple lifetimes for speaking truth. Okay? So, is it the persecution's cross? Yes, Joy. So do you know what that tells me automatically when I clear those? Not when I clear those, when I recognize those. That Joy has had extreme trauma and trials in her life. More than most. And that she is now ready to clear those and step fully into her spiritual gifts. Because she is here to be seen and to be heard. And to turn around and tell people the truth about her trials and traumas. And to help people who've experienced those personally. Okay? So you guys, I can teach these keys with truth and confidence and with a testimony that pierces people's hearts because I've experienced them. I do not come on here and BS people and pretend. I've gone through these keys. I know what it feels like at a soul level. Yes, Drew, read the Bible and it gives you all the answers too. It does. The Bible is amazing, but here's the thing, Drew. The Bible has been misinterpreted, misquoted, and lots of very powerful scriptures have been removed. So you can use your intuition and you can use these keys as well to decipher truth. Okay? So Joy, this will bring her pain to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does she need another key? Nope. So 0, Joy. 1 key. 1 key. The messenger said 1 key. So, hey little scholars. How you doing, Queen? I'm so excited to meet you and talk to you tomorrow, or sorry, Monday. Thanks, Haley. I know. Okay, so Joy, you let us know as that starts processing. Next is Tiffany. Tiffany, pure opulence. Tiffany, pure opulence. Is Tiffany here? Des? Sammy. I'm still here. Okay, perfect. Pure opulence. So now we're going to do this with pure opulence. You guys, you can do exactly what I'm doing. I teach you my $27 guide. Okay, so pure opulence, she gave me permission. If I got a no, I will not work on her, but I got a yes. So we're going to ask which key. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So we're going through this right now, okay? So we're asking which key. There's 7 keys. So it's absorbed. So she took on someone's energy. Do we need to know more? Who are we asking? We're asking the messenger. The messenger said, no, you don't need to know more, which means Tiffany can clear it. So Tiffany is going to breathe into her pain. She's going to hold sacred space. She's going to keep breathing and seeing that pain leaving her body. So now I'm going to ask, what will that get her to in a pain level? It'll get her to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4. That will get her to a 4 pain level, which means what? It means there's another key. So now we're going to ask the messenger, her intuition, her higher self, what's the next key? It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. It's absorbed again. Does she need to know more? Yes. Was it from mom, dad, brother, sister, a family member? It was from a family member. Does she need to know more? No. Okay. So same thing. You're going to clear this, Tiffany. How do you clear? It's so easy. Breath, unconditional love, see the pain leaving your body. Command it to leave your body. I like to say, please, I ask that this be removed in all timelines, dimension, and space. Okay? After I'm done clearing and after you're done clearing, you want to ask, has this been cleared? Yes. 100% yes. Will this get her to a 0 pain? Yes. Does she need more keys? No. So Tiffany, that was it. 2 absorbed energies that were not yours is causing you a 10-10 pain. Okay? It's that simple. How do you know when to stop? How do you know when the keys are done? You ask, do I have any other keys? I'm not doing the finger pull test. That's muscle testing, kinesiology. I can't do the finger pull test. It's called Innerwise. I learned it in Germany. Okay? So if you want to learn exactly how I do it, it's the $27 guide. If you want to learn a way where you can use your whole body, which is called the body sway test, right? That's in my free guide. So I'm asking the questions for them. But yes, when you get this guide and you do it for yourself, you ask the questions for yourself. Pure opulence. I feel emotional. Yes, Queen. Just keep breathing into that. Let the emotions come out. Loyalty. How about unblocking love? Yeah, that's a problem. So you're going to ask your messenger, your higher self, which key is blocking me from receiving or giving love? Okay? So next, Des. Are you still here, Des? And then Joy, let us know how you're feeling. Yeah, if your son has anxiety, use the keys. You can test for your son. Right? I shared a week ago, more than a week ago, my son absorbed some energy and he threw up. It was just energy. Mine is emotional. LOL. Yeah, you'll know. So which key is locking his anxiety? You got to ask. You got to ask. Okay? Joy, how are you doing, love? Des, are you here? Sammy, Maricela. Joy, feeling very heavy. Chest is tight. Yep. Persecutions cross, Joy. Just breathe. Unconditional love, Joy. And I want you to say this. I command this to leave in all dimensions, timeline, and space. I command this to leave in all dimensions, timelines, and space. Okay, Miss Des. All right. We're working on Des. So you guys, you can do exactly what I'm doing. What are we doing? We're doing number 1. We're getting our yes and no. We're asking which key will unlock our truth, because the truth is, you guys, our pain is not always physical. It could be spiritual. So when we ask which key will unlock the truth, the messenger will speak, then she'll leave. The pain will go. So Des, I have permission, yes. So we're going to ask which key. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So Des, absorb some energy. That's one of the keys. Do we need to know from who? No. If we don't need to know anymore, it means the messenger's done and she can clear it. So Des is going to breathe unconditional love into that pain. And when she breathes the pain out, she's going to say back to sender or to God. It's not mine. I command it to leave my body. Okay? So this will get her to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0 pain. Does she need another key? Nope. Good job, Des. One absorbed energy, it's not even hers, is causing her pain that she can clear. Carrie, I wish I could see my blind spots and what I need to work on. Queen, that's why you want to use your body to test yes or no, because it bypasses your conscious mind, right? As you start learning the yes and no technique, you are going to recognize that your body speaks a yes and a no, your intuition. This is personal revelation. So after doing the yes and no for so long, I recognized there's a feeling that my body has when it's a yes every time, and there's a feeling I have when it's a no. And it's different from everyone else on here. That is how you also receive personal revelation. That's why you don't see people teaching personal revelation, how to receive personal revelation, because it's different. Some people hear, some people see physically, or they see in their mind's eye. Some people smell, some people taste, some people get feelings, some people see colors. Some people can literally see colors. So it's different for every person. So as you start testing this yes and no, you're going to recognize intuitively so that the testing becomes second confirmation. Does that make sense? All right. Cassandra, in my free guide, I teach you how to get a yes or a no. And then once you get that yes and no, you can start asking which key will unlock your truth. Does that make sense? Okay, so Joy, how you doing, love? Tiffany, how are you doing? Electric. That is key number 1. I feel like I have a concrete block on my chest. Ask which key will get this concrete off my chest. Okay? Hey, Tiffany. How do I get the free guide? So you guys, all this stuff is in my bio. So if you click my picture from here and my picture again, it'll send you to my bio. And everything's in my stand store. Still breathing, still emotional, but I feel good. Perfect. Okay, and then let us know, you guys, the people that I'm working on, let us know in numbers. So if 1010 was the worst one, it's like almost gone. Let us know in numbers because we all can recognize numbers. All right, Des, how you doing? And is Sammy here or Maricela? Yeah. Sammy is here. Okay, perfect. And so is Maricela. So Sammy, you're up, and then Maricela, you're next. So you guys, this is how I use the keys. First, I have to ask if I have permission to test Maricela. I got a yes. Okay, you can do exactly what I'm doing. I teach you everything how to do this in my $27 guide. It's only $27. Okay, I spent personally 10 years and over 10 certifications and over $15,000 to learn this very simple technique and these keys. So we're going to use these keys tonight. Okay, perfect, Joy. So Joy went from a 10 to a 6, you guys. Yes. Good job, Joy. Keep breathing, love. So you guys, we're working on Des. We're going to ask which key. Des is at a 0. Yes. Okay, everyone, I need you to tap love on the screen, and I need you to share at Des love. Des went from a 10 to a 0. Des went from a 10 to a 0, or was it an 8 to a 0 in minutes. Des did this. You're welcome, Des. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good job, Des. Do you guys see why we need to share this information with everybody? Okay, it's free. I give you the keys for free. It took me 10 years to discover every key. So we are working with beautiful Sammy. So we're going to ask which key is going to help unlock Sammy's truth. Because when Sammy gets the truth, the messenger speaks, the pain goes away. So Sammy, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Sammy, absorbed. Guys, lots of empaths on my live tonight. She needs to know more. Yes, mom, dad, brother, sister. Sammy, do you have a sister? How does it work? I teach you exactly how this works in my free guide. But if you want to learn how I'm getting the yes and no in seconds, Cassandra, I downloaded it, got to read to that part, but again, for like the 5th time, can you put me on? Put you on what, Cassandra? On the list? Okay. Yes, 3 of them. Okay, perfect. Does she need to know which sister? No. Just knowing that it came from a sister. Does she need to know more? Yes, which means you need to know the emotion. Does she need to know the emotion? No, she needs to know the age. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So at 15, Sammy, something happened at 15. If nothing did, it doesn't matter. You could still clear it. So at 15, you took something on from a sister. It wasn't yours, so you can clear that now. So Sammy is going to hold unconditional love for herself, sacred space, and she's just going to command this energy that's not hers to leave her body. Okay? You're welcome, Des. You're so welcome. So Sammy, we're going to ask, does she need to know more? Yes, she needs another key. Yes. So this will get her to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0 pain, but she has another key. Sammy has another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So you have another absorbed. Does she need to know more? Nope. She can clear that. Does she need another key? Nope. That was it. So 2 absorbed keys. You guys, how do I know this? Because I know how to connect to my intuition, my yes and my no. It never lies. It always tells the truth. In fact, scientists and doctors have proven that you're an instrument and that you can test with a 99.9% accuracy. So I teach you how to do this for free in my free guide. I give you the 7 keys. Okay? The system you learn in the free guide takes a little bit longer. You use your entire body to get a yes or a no. I learned a fast system, a system that takes seconds, and a system that anyone could do, even my children, because I got certified in muscle testing and kinesiology, and it was just too hard for me. Okay? So in my $27 guide, I teach you how to do what I do and how to do it for other people because they need this. Okay? So Sammy, yep, I'm an empath for sure, so that makes a ton of sense. So Sammy, I just want you to breathe this out, love. Command it to leave in all dimensions, timelines, and space, and then let us know as that pain drops. So Joy, where are we at, love? Des got to a 0, and Sammy, okay, she's working. So now it's Maricela. Maricela. Cassandra, I think I'm an empath. My job, I absorb people's energies. It was the worst experience of me. Oh, but every experience, you guys, is for our life lesson. So everything you've gone through, jobs, trauma, trials, they literally, there's a reason why. And it'll make sense when you step fully into your purpose. Okay? Have you ever graduated? Mark Bridge, what are you who are you talking about? Maricela here. Okay. So let me pin you, Maricela. So you guys, this is what I do. When I'm working with someone else, I always ask if I have permission. I have permission, yes. So that means I can ask which keys will unlock her truth. And then once she unlocks her truth, she can release the pain in minutes. So Maricela's pain is physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So Maricela, past life. Okay, if you don't believe in past lives, that's okay. Do you believe that you had an existence before you came here? If you do, ask if there's something that happened before you came here that you're ready to clear. Maricela, it's the persecution's cross, it's karma. So you're clearing karma. Okay, does she need to know more? Nope. So you're going to command that this pain you feel, Maricela, be removed from your body from all dimensions, timelines, and space. And this is going to get her pain to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does she have another key? She has another key. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So Maricela also absorbed some energy. So you guys, I always ask if there's another key, if there's another key. If I get no, there's not another key, then I know that we cleared what we were working on. Does she need to know more? Yes, right? We're asking our messenger, is there more that you need to tell me? If she says yes, we let her talk. If you get yes to something absorbed and then you just try to clear it without asking the messenger, she's going to stick around. She's going to say, you did not let me finish what I was trying to tell you. So you say, oops, sorry. Was it from mom? Was it from dad? How old was I? Do I need to know more? As soon as she says, no, you don't need to know more, then she will leave and you can clear the pain. Does that make sense? So she needs to know more. Yes, it was from mom. It was from dad. It was from brother. It was from sister. It was from a family member. Do we need to know more? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 25 through 30, 35 through 40. How old are you, Maricela? 35. 35 through 40. 36. I'm Heather. Maricela, how old are you? 39. Okay. So at 36 is when you picked up this energy from a family member. Does she need to know more? Nope. So you can clear that. Does she have another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Another absorbed. Does she need to know more? Nope. You can clear that. Does she have another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Holy cow, Maricela. Does she need to know more? No. Does she have another key? Yes. Woo, girl. I hope you're breathing, Maricela. Past life, karma, and lots of absorbed energy. You guys, you can do exactly what I'm doing. Exactly. Exactly. I teach you for $27. Okay? Maricela, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Holy mother. She needs to know more. Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, age 15, age 16. At age 17, does she need to know more? Yes. Did this come from a family member? Yes. Mom, dad, brother, sister. Do you have a sister, Maricela? Yeah, Maricela needs oxygen. Maricela, yes. Okay. Does she need to know? Okay. You know which sister at age 17? I got a yes. You know what you took on. Does she need to know more? Yes. So you need to know the emotion, Maricela. So you guys, in my $27 guide, I have these charts so that when you get your yes and no, I have the toxins, the nutrient deficiencies, the parasites, and the emotions. And then I also have a chart. So if you're working on other people, you can do it really fast. You can go through the system, test, clear, clear, clear. Okay, so Maricela needs to know the emotion that she took at 17. So we're going to ask which emotion. Low self-esteem. So low self-esteem at 17. That's a big one, you guys. That's a huge one. Love you. I like cats. So, Maricela, she's ready to clear this. Yes. Does she have another key? Yes. Holy cow, Maricela. So you just keep breathing, Maricela. We're just going to keep testing until we get a no. There's not another key. Okay? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Holy crap, Queen. You have just sucking this all up. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed again. She needs to know more. Nope. So she can clear that. Yes. Yes, Shiny. The power of women's intuition and spiritual intuition is incredible. I'm telling you, if every woman knew this, if every woman did what I do and knows what I know, which I teach you for free in my free guide, the world would literally shut down the entire matrix. It would not exist because too many women would know the truth. And you mess with a woman, a mother, a wife, a sister, game the freak over. You mess with any of my sisters, which you guys are all my sisters on here. If I find out that anyone's hurting you or you don't believe in yourself, be my friend because I will make you believe in yourself like so hard. Like you call me and say, I don't know, I can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I can't heal myself. I'm broken. No, you're not. That is a lie. You've been gaslit. Okay? I do not mess around when it comes to my friends doubting themselves, thinking they're unworthy or not enough, because I know what it feels like to have those things put on me. I know what it feels like to be abused. I know what it feels like to feel less than, to be gaslit, to be told that I'm lying, that my pain doesn't exist. I know what it feels like to lose a child, to have infidelity. So when my queens come into my circle and they deal with these things, I'm going to tell them truth. You guys are going to leave my circle knowing who the hell you are. And if anyone tries to disrespect you or tell you otherwise, guess what? Hit the curb, Jack, and don't you come back. Ever, ever again. Okay? So look at Maricela. This queen is just killing it with all these absorbed energies, and we're clearing them. Okay. Nikki, I bought the guide, but still confused about the order to ask the questions after getting absorbed. Okay. So key number 1, you guys want to put in a box what you're trying to clear. So you can do an overall and then clear the keys, but you clear one key at a time. So do you see with Maricela, we were told which key? First, absorbed. We cleared it. Next, is there another key? Yes. Okay, cool. Past life. Boom, cleared it. Is there another key? Yes. Okay, absorbed. Cleared it. Is there another key? Yes, absorbed. You keep clearing keys until your body says, no, there's not another key for this. Okay? Hi, I've been trying to ask a question. I hope you can read it. What's the question? Me too, man. Me freaking too. So Maricela, is there another key? Yes. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. How many absorbed keys are there so that she can clear them all at once? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My name's Heather. Okay, good. There's more than 10. There's more than 15. There's 11, there's 12, there's 13, there's 14, there's 15. There's 11, there's 12, there's 13 more absorbed. Maricela. Holy freaking crap. I'm just going to ask something. Is this part of her spiritual gift? Yes. Is her part of her spiritual gift to transcend and transmute other people's energy? Yes. She just needs to set boundaries. Yes. Okay, so Maricela, I want you guys, I'm going to give you a sneak peek into my spiritual mastery course because it's needed for whatever reason. We have spiritual gifts. What happens is we don't set boundaries to our spiritual gift. So what does that look like? It looks like people going into psychosis. It looks like people who take on so much energy, it's like too much. So Maricela, Queen, you do have a gift of transmuting people's energy, right? But you have set no boundaries. So what happens is your spiritual antenna is just wide open and people are just throwing their crap at you left and right because you have given them permission, because you haven't set boundaries. So Maricela, what I want you to do tonight is I want you to set boundaries to your energy. That nothing is allowed in my energy. No one's allowed to put anything on me from this day forward. And command that your energy be sealed. And that when you are ready to help someone, you have to give them permission to be able to allow you to help them when they are ready. Okay? Can she clear all 13 of these absorbed energies now? Yes. Okay, cool. Does she need another key? No. Whew. Maricela. How do you set boundaries? With your mouth, with your intention. You speak it into existence. When I speak my boundaries, I say nothing that is of 90 to 100% light. If you are not 90 to 100% light, you are not allowed in my vicinity. Period. I pray and consecrate my body and my space. Okay? I use the keys because sometimes things slip in. I use the keys and test. So Maricela is going to test if I absorb someone's energy, she's going to send it away instantly. So, Tiffany, how you doing? Joy, how you doing? Maricela, Sammy, how we doing, guys? Talk about an empath. Poor girl, boundaries are so important. Yes. Marthina, lots of headaches, queen. Get my guide and start testing. How much is my spiritual mastery course? It's $397. But you can sign up for monthly payment, which is $37 a month, I think is what it turns out to be. And you get lifetime access. You get me live every Monday. It is so powerful. And then somebody was asking a question and I didn't get it. I'm at a 3-4. Sammy, I'm at a 3 or 4. My sister got serious hip infection. Okay. So you guys, at 15, Sammy's sister got a serious hip infection. Low self-esteem. Her sister was feeling that, right? Sammy picked that up and took it on. Okay, she's now giving herself permission to clear that because she received the message from her messenger. Good job, Sammy. I am breathing. Goosebumps. Good job, Maricela. You are clearing so much. I had some lower left back cramp. Okay, just breathe into that and send it away. You're welcome, Sammy. You're welcome. Is Tiffany still here? And Joy, are you guys still here? How you guys doing? And then somebody asked a question. I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question? Tammy, no. Is it odd that I get a little anxiety as you clear individuals? So what I would do, Tammy, is I would test, because anxiety is just the messenger, right? So I would test, what is this anxiety? And ask your body, is it physical? Is it emotional, spiritual, generational, absorbed? Because you might be absorbing some of that energy. Because sometimes when I leave these lives, I get a little bit of anxiety and like chest pain. And I realize I took it from someone on this live. So definitely test. Martina, headaches a lot of times are spiritual. So I would test that. Yes, you can clear neurological disorders. Any single thing you have, you can test. Okay. So Lolly, are you here? So I have Lolly, Ari, 3S, and Amma. So get my free guide, love. You have the 7 keys. You just need to know how to get your yes and no so you can test. Lolly, okay, Laura. Hi, Laura. Okay, so we're going to work with Miss Laura. So this is exactly how you do it, guys. Let me put my list over here. Okay, so we're working with Lolly. Pure, I'm still doing good. Well, I'm doing my breath work, but I'm getting drowsy. Okay, so Pure Opulence, where are you at as far as pain? 10 being the worst. And then I want you to trust your body. If you need to get off this live and finish processing and maybe sleep or drink, like please do what your body is telling you you need to do. And there's no rush on integration, you guys, okay? There's no rush. You don't need to prove anything on my live. You just need to trust that your body knows exactly what to do. Okay, so what is going on? We are using the 7 keys to unlock truth, right? So a lot of us are dealing with things that are not physical, they're spiritual. When you have your intuition, your yes and no, and the 7 keys, loyalty, ask the question again. What key is karma? Past life. Okay, past life, karma. How do you get karma? Karma happens in other lifetimes. You bring it into this lifetime to transmute it, okay? All right, Laura. So we're working on Laura. I'm going to ask, she gave me permission. Okay, so she's at a 10-10 pain. How to close karma? Ask the messenger. Ask the messenger. She'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And how do you ask? You say, is this karma? If it's a yes, what type of karma? Until you get the answer, then you can clear. Pure opulence, feeling good. Okay. Loyalty. If you want to do a one-on-one, you can with me, but love, please get my free guide. I promise you can do this. I promise you guys could do this yourself. I promise. Okay, Laura, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. You guys, I'm asking which key. So absorbed, Laura. I've seen karma happen almost immediately sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's instant, you know? Have you ever seen instant karma where someone does something mean and then they get their instant karma? Maricela is still processing. Good love. Good love. You just let us know as that comes down. How to ask the messenger. That's your yes and your no. So I teach you in my free guide. Do people from a past life that you're close to come up? Absolutely. We grow and ascend as a family. So we continue to grow and ascend as family. The 7th key is past life. Okay, you guys, get my free guide. I give you all the keys in my guide. You don't have to write it down. So if you click my picture, and then in my profile, when you click on the Stan Store, it says breakthrough. So get my free breakthrough guide. And there's so many other free gifts in there. I have a Live Empowered course. I have the breakthrough method, which took me a year to certify in. I give that to you for free. It's crazy. At a 10, my body was at a 20. What? I didn't know that. Pure opulence. I didn't read that. Okay, so you're at a 10, you're at a 20. That's insane. So pure, she needs another key. Nope, you just need to process, queen. That is incredible. Yes, okay, go get the book and come back. All right, so Laura, it's absorbed. Sorry, honey, I'm just leaving you on a cliffhanger. So Laura, we tested which key. So there's 7 keys. Key number 1 is your body speaks to you through pain. It's the secret messenger of the body. Key number 2 is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it generational? Is it past life? Is it absorbed? We got yes for absorbed. Does she need to know more? No. So Laura, go ahead and start clearing that. How do you clear? You breathe, you hold sacred space for your body, and you release the pain through breath. Universal, fastest way I've seen people clear. I've been certified in so many certifications, and you have to do all these things and all these things and all these things. Nope. Nope. Breath, command it to leave. Breath, unconditional love. Boom. Seconds. Okay? Don't let anyone gaslight you into it has to be this huge, elaborate thing. It doesn't. That will bring Laura's pain to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4. That will bring Laura's pain to a 4, which means there's another key. So yes, you can have multiple keys tied to one pain. You just ask your messenger, is there another key? And she'll say yes or no. If she says no, then you cleared it. If she says yes, you keep going through the keys till you cleared all the keys. How do you paint those brows on? I know. I was a professional celebrity makeup artist for 10 years. So from like 25 to like 35, 36, I did that. So I learned how to paint my brows on. All right, Laura needs another key. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed again. Yes, Tammy. Can't wait for our one-on-one. Tammy, I love you. She says, I use your guide almost daily. Can't wait for our one-on-one. You have been a blessing. I'm so excited, Tammy. Seriously. I love my one-on-ones because you guys become like my soul sisters. You are my soul sisters, I think, actually. Because I turned my antenna on to call in all of my queens. And Coach Mona, you can do this. If you feel called to do this, it's because you're supposed to do this. So you guys get my $27 guide. If you feel called to join my spiritual mastery course, okay, join the course. It's not an easy course, but it will get you to where you need to be fast. Fast. Okay. Laura, does she need to know more? Nope. So she can clear that, yes. So Laura has 2 absorbed energies. She didn't need to know more, so she can clear. We're going to ask, is there another key? Yes. Okay. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Past life. Does she need to know more about this past life? Yes. Is it the persecutions cross? No. Is it karma? Yeah. Does she need to know the karma? Does she need to know what karma? Yes. Is it good karma, bad karma? Is it money karma? Is it... You guys, sometimes I don't know. I have to ask questions. I just have to keep asking and figure it out. So it is past life, and she needs to know what. Is it relationship? Relationship. Laura, do you have a hard time with relationships? Oh boy, karma. Laura, yes. Okay. So there's karma in that, and you keep attracting something that you don't like or want. And it's karma. So all you have to do now is command that to be cleared in all timelines, dimensions, and space. All timelines, dimensions, and space. We're going to clear this karma up. You don't need it anymore. Was that it? Yes. Okay, perfect. Does she need to know more? Nope. Does she have another key? Nope. That was it, Laura. So 2 absorbed and 1 past life. That will bring you to a 0. Feeling it strong, relieving something. Yeah. So you guys, as soon as you speak to the messenger, who is the messenger? The messenger is your higher self. It is God. It is Jesus speaking to you. How does a messenger tell us when something's wrong? It's just pain. Pain is communication. The problem is when the messenger comes and speaks to us and our body feels the pain, we silence the pain. We silence our messenger. So what does our messenger have to do to get us to pay attention? She has to scream louder and louder and louder. And eventually that pain becomes so bad, it's a 10-10 pain and it's chronic. It's cancer, it's fibromyalgia, it's lupus, it's autoimmune disorder, it's Hashimoto's. Okay? Our messenger gets so bad to the point where we literally, you guys can die. These things can literally take away people's lives. How do I know this? Because the epidemic, the mental health crisis, the suicide rates, the sickness in our world is so bad right now. Look at the statistics. Because people are dealing with emotional trauma, generational trauma, spiritual warfare, absorbed energy, and their bodies can't handle it. The messenger is screaming so loud. The messenger is screaming so loud, but what are we taught to do? To silence it, to silence it, to silence it. And you silence yourself for so long that you can't take it anymore. Okay? Yes, Shiny. Okay? So this is why these keys are absolutely critical, because I teach them for free. And I teach people their yes and their no, which is divine connection to what source. It teaches them to stop silencing their messenger. Had an emergency hysterectomy from fibroid from trauma. Yep. Joy is at a 3. Tiffany, I feel you, queen. Hey, Lisa. Joy is at a 3. So Joy went from a 10-10 to a 3. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rock. I really appreciate that. I have had a chronic cough for years. Key number 1, love. Chronic cough. Now you're going to ask, why do I have this chronic cough? Is it emotional? Is it physical? Is it generational? Is it past life? Is it absorbed? Your body will tell you. Your body will tell you exactly with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong. I'm not the only one that teaches this. Doctors, scientists, chiropractors. What is the persecution's cross? I will not be on live tomorrow, you guys, because it's Sunday, and I do take Sundays off. Okay? First, okay, I will answer this. Does it always manifest in pain? No. We have money blocks. We have bad relationships, bad coworkers. We get bad jobs. It doesn't always have to be pain. It doesn't always have to be pain. So tomorrow I will not be on, but I will be on every other day. And usually I either go on at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, what is the persecution's cross? So you will see on my live today, it's been a theme. It's been absorbed energy. Ari, 3S, Amma, and I Like Cats. You guys are next. Okay? Just so you know. Okay, persecution's cross is what I discovered, and I had it too, is people who were silenced in multiple lifetimes for speaking truth. So we've heard about the witches, we heard about the hangings, we heard about the drownings. So you experienced multiple lifetimes of trying to bring heaven on earth, but you were silenced for it. In this lifetime, women are being called and men are being called in the masses to clear the persecution's cross, to bring heaven on earth. So I will say 99% of the time when someone has a persecution's cross, this life, they have had horrific traumas, more than most. Sexual trauma, physical trauma, emotional trauma, very, very strong religious trauma. Okay? And it was on purpose because trauma and trials equals #training. So when I teach these keys, I do not teach them from an easy, comfortable life. Okay? I've had severe, extreme traumas and trials to prepare me for my mission so that when I speak these keys into your soul, there's a resonance there that I cannot fake. There is a resonance there that when I say I feel and know your pain, it's pure and authentic. There's no distortion. There's no lies. Okay? So that is the persecution's cross. How does my body tell me my problem? Because that's your gift, Queen. That's your intuition. Thank you, Lisa. That is your gift from God. That can never lie. It always tells the truth. That is discernment. And that is exactly what we are taught to silence the day we are born through painkillers or whatever else. Okay? So how do I know how to test? So in my free guide, I teach you a way to use your body as an instrument. As you start testing with your body, you're going to start feeling something. It's called your intuition. You're going to feel a certain way when you get a yes. You're going to feel a certain way when you get a no. Every time it's consistent. And then before you know it, you're going to be like, wow, I don't even need to use my body to test. I know exactly what a yes and a no is. But then your testing becomes second confirmation. Yes, your body literally responds to energy. Your body is a literal instrument. Okay? So in my spiritual mastery course, we teach you how to filter your instrument, connect purely to source, to amplify that antenna for truth. We are energy, right? God said, let there be light, and there was light. We are all energy. Science has proven this. So, Ari 3S, are you here? Oh, Lisa. My heart hurts because my brother died yesterday. I'm sending you so much love. Okay, Ari. We're going to work with Ari. She said, here, I don't have pain right now, but I do get a lot of back pain and trouble sleeping. Perfect. This will work for you. So first, we're going to ask, first I'm going to ask if I can test for you. Yes. So I always ask my body, my messenger, what do I need to work on first? So what does Ari need to work on first? Her back pain or her sleep problems? So I got sleep problems. So we're going to ask your messenger, why do you have sleep problems? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? It's generational. Okay, so something's trying to come up. The key I got is generational. What does that mean? It means something that you took from mom or dad generationally back is causing something for you not to sleep well. It's from mom, it's from dad's side. How do I know? I'm just testing you guys. I teach you this in my $27 guide, exactly how to do this. Does she need to know more? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generations back. Does she need to know more? Yes. So there's an emotion that your body's trying to get rid of. That's not yours. This page, top half. Stubbornness, terror, unreceived. So unreceived. Something unreceived. Thank you, Julie. It could be love unreceived. It could be joy unreceived, but something was unreceived. There's a feeling of emptiness. And so you are going to command that to be cleared in all timelines, dimensions, and space. So if you guys are new here, you guys can release in seconds. Hold sacred space. If it's pain, breathe into the pain and see it leave your body. If it's not pain, just command it to leave. I command this to leave my body in all timelines, dimension, and space. Okay? Thank you, UGC. Oh, love. Thank you for your video, too. That made my whole day. Tammy, thanks for sending Lisa love. So, Ari, she's cleared that. Yes. Good job, Ari. Is there more keys that are causing her to not have good sleep at night? Yes. Show me which key. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? So on top of that, Ari, you have absorbed energy. That's not yours. Does she need to know more? Yes. She took it from mom, dad, brother, sister, a family member. A family member. So a family member. Does she need to know more? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, age 10, at age 11. Did something happen at age 11 with a family member? Ari. Hey, Edify. So right now we're working with Ari, and I'm using the 7 keys for everything, you guys. So when I get my yes and my no, I could just test. We're testing which key. I don't know. That's okay. Does she need to know more? Nope. You don't need to know more. So you could just clear it. Remember I said you can sit next to someone and not even know, and like quantum entanglement, and you could take their energy. Sounds like that's what happened to you at age 11. You picked up on something that wasn't yours, but you've been carrying it for a long time. So now let's just clear it. So Ari's not in pain. So what is she going to do? She's just going to command that this absorbed energy from 11 years old is going to leave her body. I like to say in all timelines, dimension, and space. Okay. Once that's cleared, if you don't have pain, how do you know it's been cleared? You just test. So I will test. Has that been cleared 100%? I got a yes. Good job, Ari. Now we're going to ask, is there another key that's causing her to not sleep well at night? Yes or no? And I got a no. So Ari, Monday, you're going to come on and let us know how you slept tonight. Okay? Because we won't know until you go to bed. So now we're going to ask, can we work on her back pain now? Yes. So now we're going to work on her back pain. So you guys already said that she doesn't have pain right now, but occasionally she has back pain and she doesn't sleep well at night. So when you're doing these keys, I want you to first ask your body what's the first thing you want to work on, because some people have money blocks, relationship problems, and chronic pain. So ask your body first to do an overall clearing, clear the keys. Then ask your body, okay, can I work on my bad relationships now? Can I work on my money block now, or can I work on my pain now? And it will tell you exactly which one. And then once you clear it and you used all the keys to clear it, then you say, okay, now can I work on this? And if your body says yes, then you work on that. Does that make sense? Your body always knows the order. All right, Ari, we're going to work on your back pain now. So show us which key is causing her back pain. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational? It's past life. So if you guys are new here and you don't believe in past lives, that's totally fine. You don't have to believe in the keys. Change the language to make it work for you. If you believe that you came here or were some type of energy or being before this lifetime, then all that means is that something happened before you came here that needs to be cleared to move forward. That's all. Persecution's cross. Ari, persecution's cross. Okay? It's ready to be cleared. A lot of times I'll ask if the pain was specific to the persecution, right? Some people feel like they're choking, or some people feel like they're drowning, or some people feel like they're on fire. Does this back pain relate to the way of her persecution's cross? Yes. Okay. So pay attention to your dreams tonight, Ari. See if anything sparks memory. But she's ready to clear this. Yes. 100%. Yeah. So Ari has no pain. So how do you clear something that doesn't have pain? You just command it to be cleared in all timelines, dimension, and space. Okay? Is there another key that's causing Ari to have back pain randomly? Yes. Okay. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? It's absorbed. You guys, I teach you exactly how to do this in my $27 guide, okay? Who am I to teach these keys? Well, I've been certified in over 10 holistic modalities. NLP, hypnosis, quantum healing, hypnosis therapy, theta healing, emotion code, MAP, Innerwise, breakthrough, human design, okay? There's a ton of them. I'm here to tell you that you do not need certifications. You just don't. Don't waste 10 years. Don't spend $15,000. Learn the 7 keys and how to get your yes and no. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? Does Ari need to know more? Yes. She absorbed this energy from mom, from dad, from brother, from sister, from a family member. A family member again. Is there a pretty prominent family member in your life? More like grandma, grandpa, uncle, auntie. Does she need to know more? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 25 through 30, 25, 26. How old are you? Ari. Sorry, I got a black people. I believe there's a reason I found you, or you found me. Yes, Adam, I believe it. 43. Okay, perfect. So 26 is when you absorb this energy from a family member. Does she need to know more? Yes, which means you need to know the emotion. Okay, this page, top half. Okay, stubbornness, terror, unreceived. Unreceived. That's a theme tonight. Unreceived. Does she need to know more? Nope, so you can clear that. Where'd I put my pen? Okay, so now we're going to ask, is there another key that is causing Ari to have back pain? Nope. So you're done. So Ari, your homework is to come on Monday and let us know if any of the back pain came back and then how you slept tonight. UGC, it's okay. People project their insecurities. Jesus was the greatest example of this, you guys. There is a fear for people to speak their truth because people will retaliate. Jesus did this. He was literally the most perfect, beautiful, amazing man and healed people left and right. And guess what people did? They called him a liar. They called him a Satanist and they hung him on a cross. So I can deal with a couple TikTok bullies any day, right? When you experience trauma, the loss of a child, nobody can hurt you. Even if they call you a fraud or whatever, a liar. Cool. Glad you think that way. Lolly, feel like I have had a tranquilizer, zero stress, feeling leg pain gone. Yes. Yes, Laura. Yes, Laura. Do you guys see how incredible this is? So I'm not a savior. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium for you. I am for myself. I just teach you these keys. I teach you how to fish. I teach you how to heal yourself. You guys, because we've been lied to. We have been seriously lied to. Shannon Beaver, I feel like I've seen you before or I've heard of this before now, but it was another platform. Ooh, maybe that's deja vu, Queen. Thanks, Lindsay. All right, so we're going to go next. We have Amma, I Like Cats, Angela UGC, and Mandy RAX, and Cassandra. I'm trained in master level Reiki. Oh, me too, Sammy. I love that. I'm a medium and also can channel. This method is legitimate. Yes, Sammy. So one thing that I love, Sammy, so when you get the $27 guide and you're working with your clients, so I did Reiki too, and it took way too long because I was trying to feel and move energy, right? Now I just test and command so quickly. And the beautiful thing about energy or Reiki work is then you just know or can feel when the energy flows, right? So it's incredible. All right. I Like Cats. Yay. And Amma is here. Perfect. Okay. So, Amma here told I may have MS and I can't walk very well. Okay. So first it's Amma and then we're going to do I Like Cats. So you guys are right up next. And so I'm going to go through you guys pretty quickly so we can get through this list. So after Amma, I Like Cats, it's Angela UGC, Mandy RAX, and Cassandra. Okay. So first, you guys, this is exactly how I do it and how I teach you in my $27 guide. how to do this. Yes, rock. Same here, Reiki. I love that. So I do work with psychics and mediums and healers. I was watching it was a TV show about psychics or mediums going into haunted places, and they would have to stay there for so many days and like clear it or get the messages. It made me so mad when the psychics would be like, I don't know if it's a demon or I don't know if it's this. And I'm like, you do. You just have to ask. So you guys, with these keys, if you test yes, spiritual, you could say, is it demonic? Is it an unclean spirit? Is it a familiar? Is it an angel? Who is the angel? Is it my grandma? Is it my grandpa? Okay, you can know all these things in seconds. In seconds. It's so powerful. Okay? All right, so Amma. I have permission to test Amma. Yes. Okay, I teach you how to do this for other people. So we're going to use the keys on Amma. There's 7 keys. Key number 1 is Amma's pain or block. It's a digital guide. And my friend's actually turning it into an app, so it's going to be even better, which I'm so excited for. Joy! I just need to learn all the questions and what to ask. Yep, that's it, Rock. So if you get my $27 guide, I teach you exactly all the keys and how to do money blocks and how to do this. I mean, you already know how to do a proxy because you're a Reiki, but Joy's at a 0. Joy! And I do have a free guide too. Yes, thank you. At Lisa Wolf is amazing. Yes. Okay, Joy, everyone, please. Heart, Joy. She just went from a 10 to a 0, you guys. And then make sure you're still tapping that screen. Let's get some loves and some shares because we need everyone to get this free information. Everybody needs to know this, you guys. Everybody. Good job, Joy. Yes, Queen. Yes. Okay, Amma, let's go, Queen. You ready? So you guys who are watching, who are new here, you guys get my free guide. I teach you exactly how to do this for yourself. I don't have time. I'm just one person. That's why I teach you how to do this for yourself. Because when you learn how to heal yourself, when you learn how to tap into your pain, nobody can gaslight you and nobody can control you ever, ever again. Ever. So we're going to work with Amma, okay? I teach you how to do this in my $27 guide. So Miss Amma, which key do we need to unlock first? Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? Wow, lots of absorbed today, you guys. There's definitely a theme of absorbed energy. So Amma, do we need to know more? Nope. So Amma is going to clear this herself. The universal fastest way I've seen working with hundreds, if not thousands of people across the world is breath and unconditional love. So she is going to breathe, hold sacred space for her body, and just allow the emotions to come up and the pain to come out of her body. Okay? She's going to command that this absorbed energy that's not hers to leave, all timelines, dimensions, and space. And this is going to bring her pain to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does she need another key? Nope. Amma, that was it, Queen. One thing. One thing. I find that I yawn when I release energy too. Yeah. Yawning. Some people belch, like literally burp. So yay, Amma. Amma, you let us know as this starts to clear. Laura, how are you doing, Queen? Maricela, I think you had to jump off. And Sammy, how you guys doing? Okay, I like cats. Are you ready? Ginger, so we already got our list for today. Sammy, yawning and burping is super common. Yeah. Just moving energy. So if you guys want the free guide, there's a link in my profile. Sammy's at a 3. Hell yes, Queen. There is a link in my profile. It's called the Breakthrough Guide. So get the free Breakthrough Guide. I give you the 7 keys and I teach you a method that gets you a yes and no. It does take longer, but it works. It works. Yeah, Yvonne, you're a yawner. And so is oh my gosh, Seth. Sammy is at a 3. Everyone sends Seth lots of love. She's at a 3. This cough needs to go. Yes, Lisa. Okay, I like cats. You're up, Queen. I like cats. So every day, I don't go live on Sundays, but I will go live on Monday. During the beginning of my live, I ask people who want to be on the list. So we just have a couple more people. on the left on the list. Is the guide still to take away the pain? Yes. Anything. So the free guide, you guys, will give you all 7 keys, and it will give you a method to test yes or no with a 99.9% accuracy. It does take a little bit longer because you're using your entire body to get a yes or no. It's called the body sway method, but it works. In my $27 guide, I teach you a way to get yes or no in seconds. It's a system I learned in Innerwise in Germany. Yes, 100% call your energy and power back. I do that all the time. UGC, yes, queen. So you guys, we worked on Taylor a week ago and her pain is still gone. Now this is what I will say. You might have your pain gone and then more pain shows up. That's life. That is trauma and trials. Just because you have the keys doesn't mean your pain goes away forever. It means now you have the keys, so when something does come up again, you clear it in seconds. I'm never sick. I never have anxiety. I never have depression. Okay? My life is not perfect, but now that I have the keys, I can tap into the messenger and listen to her and know exactly what my body needs so that I can live in alignment, pain-free. Cool? Okay. The free guide is linked in my profile, queen. It's the breakthrough guide. So if you go to my picture and you go to my stand store, it's right there. It's the very first one. All right, so I like cats. Sorry, queen. We're gonna ask which key. Is it, you can turn off co-host invitations for this live. Okay, turn off. Perfect. Okay, so I like cats. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Past life. That's a big one. So I don't even have to know you, cats, to know trauma more than others. Harder. This life has not been easy for you. Persecution's cross is what you're releasing today. You're just going to command that to be released from all timelines, dimension, and space. Okay? Shaw T, my 7-year-old has major anxiety. He throws up every morning before school. Yes, the free guide will help. Because what you're going to do, I like cats, that's true. So we're going to test cats. You do need more keys, but so for your 7-year-old, I have kids that are empaths too. My 15-year-old, he picks up energy all the time. He's literally sick every day with stomach aches. So what you're going to do is you're going to test your son and you're going to ask, what is this sickness is throwing up? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it generational? Is it past life? Is it absorbed? Once you get a yes, you're going to ask, do I need to know more? If your body says yes, then you keep asking, okay, what's the next key? What's the next key? Once you get the entire message and you clear, when it's all cleared and you say, are there any more keys? And you get a no, then that should go away. He might need to set up spiritual boundaries to his energy. He's probably an empath and he's taking it all on and his body purges. His body purges is the energy. It could be physical, right? So when you have the keys, you can test and know. And because you're a parent, you probably already intuitively know what's going on. You could probably sense there's something that's spiritual, I'm assuming. Okay, so past life, this will get you, cats, I love cats, this will get you to a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So I love cats, absorbed. We need to know more. Step 1, download the PDF. Bruh, ask which key. Yep. Thank you, Shiny. Look at this queen. She's got it. If you guys follow me long enough, you're going to learn exactly how to do this. Like, repetition is key. Key number 1, what's the problem? Is it physical? Is it a money block? It's just, what's the problem? What do I want to fix? And then the 7 keys will unlock your truth. All right, cats, does she need to know more? No. When it comes to the absorbed energy, you don't need to know. So you just command it to leave your body instantly. It's not yours. This will get her to a 0. Yes. Does she need more keys? Nope. That's it. He's a reflector. Ooh, he's a 1 to 2%. Yeah. Yes. So with the reflector, right, he needs the whole moon cycle. The whole moon cycle. So when you're testing his energy too, you can test what cycle he's in. Is he in his generator power, his manifesting power, manifesting generator cycle, right? A projector. Because if he's having those emotions and purging, he might be feeling the emotional wave as a projector, and he might need to, right, feel all the emotions. But one thing that you need to teach your son too is to recognize which human design he's feeling at that moment, and just to trust himself. It's really important though, as a 7-year-old, to teach him the yes and no, the intuition, the intuitive method. Teach him how to use his body as an instrument so he could test. He can say, is this my energy? Your 7-year-old can do this. Kids are so in tune, you guys. They're so in tune. If we as parents can just give them permission to like be gifted and to trust their bodies, and we don't gaslight their pain, we give them a voice to their pain, I mean, game over. They've got it in the bag. Reflector and projector is the same? No. There's six different profile types. So I'm certified in human design. Yay, I love it. Get your free chart. You guys follow my friend Stevie. She's one of my friends. She's an incredible human design expert. But it just teaches you your profile and how you're supposed to move forward. So I'm a manifesting generator. I have a full battery. When I'm out of alignment, my battery drains. I'm exhausted. When I'm frustrated, I know I'm not in alignment. I'm a sacral authority, so I get a gut yes. But here's the cool thing about this, you guys. You don't have to know your human design to know your intuition and how to get a yes or no. So remember I told you I'm certified in over 10 modalities. I spent over $15,000 in a decade learning. These keys bypass all of those certifications. It doesn't mean that you don't feel called and you want to get certified in those things. It just means now that when you have the keys, you can unlock all truth. You can ask, do I need to get certified in human design? Yes or no? Should I get never say should. Do I need to get certified in NLP hypnosis? Do I need to get certified in quantum healing hypnosis therapy? Maybe it's a yes, because maybe there's something you need to learn that's going to unlock truth for you because it's part of your life path. But when you have the keys and you have your yes and no, you can ask those questions. Okay? I probably would have saved myself, I know for a fact, I would have saved myself $10,000 on one course. I paid $10,000 for one course. And in the first week, I knew I made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Now, that was a very expensive lesson to learn how my body responds when it's a no. Because my body was trying to tell me, my body was screaming at me, this is not right. Don't spend the money. I was sick to my stomach. I was throwing up, but I was gaslighting my emotions, saying, oh, this is how you feel when you invest that much money into yourself. Okay? That was kind of a long tangent, but yeah. What's the paper you're writing on? Do we need it? Oh, I'm just writing notes for when I'm working on my list so I don't get lost. So I love cats. I like cats. Amma, Ari, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? So I'm just checking in with the people we helped hold sacred space. Just checking in. Amma is at a 710. Okay, so we need to check in on you, Queen. So let's check in on Amma. I'm okay, head now. Okay, good. You're doing good. So Amma, is there another key for Amma? Let me just test Amma. There's another key for Amma. Yes. Okay. Because you've been stuck at there for a while. So it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Past life, Amma. Persecution's cross. Ooh, that's a big one, Amma. If you guys don't believe in multiple lives, that's okay. Do you believe that you had an existence before you came here? And if that's a yes, then something may have happened before you came here that you're ready to let go of. So Amma, is there another key? Nope, that was it. So thanks for letting us know where you're at, Amma. That's a big one. Persecution's cross. Okay? You are meant to be seen and heard. You are meant to be seen and heard, Amma. Your trials and your traumas where you're training for your purpose right now. How do you know what to look for when it's a past life? In my $27 guide, I go into all of that. What does a past life mean? What's karma? How do you test? Okay. So Lisa Wolf, I see you, Queen. So when I go live in the beginning, I ask people where they're at, and then I create a list of 10. What are the choices? It's not on the purchased. Okay, so when I talk about past lives, this is where intuition comes in, because I don't have time to explain every single type of way you can have a past life. That would be impossible. So if you test yes for a past life, you start asking intuitive questions. So I did write a list of questions on the past life. There's a chart, right? Ask the questions. Is it karmic? Is it a persecutions cross? Does it have to deal with my relationships? I don't know. So I'm just asking intuitive questions until my messenger says that's it. But sometimes I don't even have to know. So remember I said when you ask your messenger if I got past life and I say, do I need to know more? And if my messenger says no, then I don't need to know more. I'm not going to waste my time clearing something my body says my messenger says you could clear. Now, if my messenger says, yes, you need to know more, then I'm going to become a detective and I'm going to ask. Does it have to do with karma? Does it have to do with persecution? Does it have to do with money? Does it have to do with relationships? Right? So you just keep asking, your body will tell you yes. Once you get a yes, do I need to know more? If she says yes, then I ask more questions until I can clear it. I'll be on again on Monday. So on Monday, Monday's a super busy day. So most likely I will be on Monday night late. A persecutions cross is you have been persecuted multiple times for speaking truth, trying to bring heaven on earth. So you were a witch, you were a wizard, you were an herbalist, a healer, maybe you were a psychic, maybe you were a medium, but you had spiritual gifts and you started practicing your spiritual gifts in other lifetimes and you were silenced because of those gifts. Yes, Maricela. Where are you at in your pain level, love? So, Angela. Angela UGC. Perfect. So we're going to do Angela. And this is exactly how I'm going to do it. We're going to ask first, do I have permission? Yes. Care Bear, that's okay, Queen. That's okay. Jump in when you drop off your son. I'm so excited. Okay, so Angela, I have permission. Yes, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Very first thing, past life. And then Mandy RAX and Cassandra is next. Persecutions cross. Maricela, my back is still cramping. It's as if I can keep deep breathing. Okay. So Maricela needs another key. Okay. Maricela needs another key for her back. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. Maricela, another past life, Queen. Does it have to deal with her back pain? Is it the way she was persecuted? Yes. Okay. So Maricela, just clear that past life, back pain, all dimensions, timelines, and space, and let us know how that clears up. That will clear her up. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Cassandra, perfect. Perfect. Cassandra, there's 3 more. So let's go through Angela, Mandy, and then we'll get to you. So Angela, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Yes. Okay. Persecutions cross. Yes. She needs another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life absorbed. She needs to know more. Nope. She needs another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life absorbed. There's another absorbed key. Does she need to know more? Nope. There's another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life absorbed. Holy cow. Are there more than 5 absorbed? Yes. Are there more than 10 absorbed? No. 6, 7, 8. 8 absorbed things. She can clear those all at once. Yes. Does she need to know more though? Nope. So, Angela, 8 absorbed. and a past life. Persecutions cross. Breathe in, command that these be cleared in all timelines, dimensions, and space. This will bring her to a 0 pain on this live tonight. Yes. Do you guys see how quickly I did that? You can test this quickly. I'm not special. I teach you exactly how to do this in my $27 guide. Okay, Mandy, are you here? Mandy, oh, yep, there you are, right there. Mandy Ray. All right, so Mandy, I have permission to test Mandy. Yes. She's like, whoa. And then Cassandra, you're next. Okay, so Mandy, we're going to do this really quick for you too. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, Mandy. Persecutions cross. Yep. Yep. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Does she need to know more? Yes. It was from mom, dad, brother, sister, a family member. It was from a family member. Does she need to know more? Yes. Age 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 20 through 25, 25 through 30, 30 through 35, 35. How old are you, Mandy? Man. 46. Okay, I was just making sure. You look super young, and I'm like, I'm getting pretty high up there. So she needs to know what age. 35 through 40, 40 through 45, 40, 41, 42. So 42 from a family member. You absorbed something. She's ready to clear. Yes. Okay, so past life and absorbed. She needs to know more. There's another key. Nope, that was it. That was it, Mandy. So you let us know. Fancy Nancy. First of all, I love your name. And I feel you, Queen. Get the free guide. You guys, make sure you're hitting those loves and share. And don't forget to get my free guide. And don't forget to follow me. Do not lose me. Please do not lose me. Okay, I teach this every night. Breathe deeply. Command it to be cleared in all timelines, dimensions, and space. Yeah. All right, Mandy, you let us know how you're doing. Angela, keep checking in. I like cats. Keep checking in. Ari, Amma. So Cassandra, you're next. Yeah, Amma, let us know how you're doing. So Cassandra, you here, Queen? You're welcome, STKI. Yeah, and if you guys get my $27 guide and you have any questions at all, like I'm here to help you. So you feel free to message me. Yes, Amma. Yes, Queen. 2 out of 10. Can we all send Amma love? Okay? Man, very emotional. Yes, Queen. Trust the emotions. If you need to cry, cry. That is the fastest way to clear. All right, Cassandra, you're up, Queen. And you guys, please send hearts to Cassandra too. But Amma, she went from a 7 to 2 in literal minutes the second we tested the key. So sometimes I'm not perfect. I go too fast. People need more keys. Cassandra, I have permission to work on Cassandra. Yes. Okay. Please show me which key Cassandra needs first. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, Cassandra. Persecutions cross. No. Is it karma? Yeah, karmic. Do we need to know more? Yes. It's karmic, Cassandra. Does it have to do with money? It has to do with relationships. Cassandra. Past life with relationships. How are your relationships? You're welcome, Amma. Cassandra, how are your relationships, Queen? And then I'm going to go ahead and follow my top 10 up here too real quick while we're doing that. Tammy, I wasn't following you already. Sad. Now I am. I like cats. Perfect. Follow back. Oh, your account's private, so I can't follow you. I like cats. Fendi, Tiffany Jones. Hey, Miss Jones. I'm a Jones too. Joy Chanel. We're friends. I forget to remember. That's hilarious. Vrock. Following Vrock. Hey, Vrock. Angela. Hey, Angela. Maricela. Hey, Queen. DRK Tap. Perfect. Okay, those are my top 10. Okay, perfect. Is it possible to get a yes on all keys? So yes, but here's the thing. Cassandra, well, from recently? No, just in general. Have you had a problem with your relationships? Because that's what this past life is clearing. Okay, so you can test yes on multiple keys, but you only do one key at a time. So when I'm working on, let's say, a money block, and I say, show me which key, and I get yes to emotional, I'm going to clear that first all the way through until I get a no, and I can clear it. Then I'm going to ask, is there another key? If I get a yes, then I'm going to ask which key again. It could be emotional again. Once I clear that, then I'm going to ask, okay, which key? Then it could be another key. Then I'm going to ask again, is there another key? If it's no, then I don't keep asking. But yes, you can have multiple keys, multiple generational, physical, emotional, spiritual keys. So, but we only clear one key at a time. Because what you don't want to do is say, hey, money block, are you physical? Yes. Okay. Are you emotional? Yes. Are you generational? Yes. That's not how you do it. You do one key at a time all the way cleared, because we want to get the message all the way. Cleared, yes. Then the next key. Does that make sense? Okay, so Cassandra, does she need to know more? No. Okay, perfect. So you don't need to know anymore, which means you can clear this. So Cassandra, just command that this past life be cleared in all timelines, dimension, and space. This will take her pain to a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does she need another key? Yes. Okay. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So there's also absorbed energy there. Okay. We're going to ask, do we need to know more? Yes. Okay. It came from mom. It came from dad. It came from brother. It came from a sister. Cassandra, do you have a sister? Should I text David back? I don't know. Do you have room on your list tonight? No, a brother. Okay. Do you have someone in your life that was more like a sister? Because this was a female. I got sister. So a friend that was more like a sister. South Africa. Hello, Stephen. Welcome. Yes, Esmere, you can work on fibroids. Not that I can remember. Okay, let me ask what age. Do we need to know the age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, age 10, age 11. At age 11, did you have a really good friend that was a girl? Did you already answer me, Cassandra? Not that I can remember, or was that the first one? So Esmere, that would be key 1, fibroids, and then you would ask which key would unlock. So make sure you get my free guide. Oh, you're asking, is it at my highest timeline to text David back? I got my answer, but you need to get yours, Zachary. Cassandra, that's okay, Queen. So sometimes, you guys, we don't remember because we don't need to. Remember when I said if your body gives you a no, you can clear it. I just like to ask. Does Cassandra need to know more? Nope, so you can clear that. So clear that absorbed energy, Cassandra. So you're clearing the past life, you're clearing the absorbed energy. We're going to ask, is there another key attached to this pain? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Oh, you're fine, Esmere. There's more than one absorbed? Yes. Or is there more than 5? No, there's 4, there's 3, there's 2. Okay. All right. Do we need to know more? Yes. Brother, sister, family member. It was from a family member. Does she need to know more? No. So you can clear that. Does she need another key for this pain? No. So Cassandra, it was just 2 absorbed and 1 past life. So Esmere, what you want to do, Queen, is you want to get my free guide. So my free guide, I teach you how to get a yes or a no. The yes and the no is just your intuition. It is your gift from God that will test with a 99.9% accuracy. So when you get my free guide and you start testing how to heal or clear your symptoms, right? You're going to ask which key first. So you're going to say, are my fibroids something physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life? Okay? So key number 1 is your body literally speaks to you through pain, through a symptom, through a block. And then you're going to ask which key, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Hey, Big B. It would be nice to meet you too. So thank you guys so much for tapping so many hearts and love. Like, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing my free guide. When you get the free guide, you guys, don't keep this information to yourself. Share it with people who are sick in your life, who have anxiety, who have depression, who are struggling. The keys, it took me 10 years to get just the keys, and I give them to you for free. And I also teach you a way to get your yes and no. 100% free. And in my free guide, it's called the Breakthrough Guide, I also give you a Live Empowered course. If you've never done personal development, this is the only personal development course you will need. I give it to you for free. It's powerful. If you have teenagers, make them take this course, okay? If you're in your 20s and your 30s and you've never done personal development, get my free guide and take the Live Empowered course. If you guys want to learn exactly how, you click my picture and then my picture again, it'll take you to my profile. And in my Stan Store, you'll see my free breakthrough guide. In my $27 guide, you guys, I teach you exactly how to do this for yourself in seconds. So the system I learned in Germany called InnerWise, it is an intuitive testing technique that is so bulletproof. It's so stupid easy that I could do it and my kids could do it. Because I certified in muscle testing and kinesiology and it was just too hard for me. So thank you, Royale. So in my $27 guide, I teach you how to get a yes or no. Super simple. And then once you get your yes and your no, I go through every single key. So when you have your yes, no, and you test which key, it unlocks truth. I use these same exact keys to break through my generational and my emotional and my spiritual money blocks. So I did $20,000 in 2 weeks. I do not say this to brag. I used the keys to clear my money blocks because I had a really big money block. I had a fear of being seen. And you're like, well, how did you have a fear of being seen? Like, you're a published author, you speak on stages, you were a corporate trainer for years. Like, I didn't think I had a fear either. But that wasn't the fear, you guys. It was the fear of being seen in my spiritual gifts. It was the fear of teaching people that they could heal themselves for free. It was the fear of being persecuted for saying that I saw demonic entities and that you can clear spiritual warfare. So that was my fear. My fear was stepping fully to be seen in my spiritual gifts. I was terrified. That was the truth. The second I recognized that and I cleared it, okay, the money came in. So you might be dealing with a money block right now and you've done everything. You worked so hard. You prayed, you manifest. You cannot spiritually bypass the lessons you need to learn when it comes to money. And the keys will unlock your truth. You could be dealing with generational trauma. I was. You could be dealing with emotional trauma around money. I did. You could have spiritual warfare around money, curses, hexes. You could have past life karma. You could have been a rich prick in another life and you have to learn the hard way how to earn money. But once you recognize that, you clear it. So your messenger will tell you exactly what you need to do to get what you want. If you want to make $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $100,000 a month, you can. But you have to learn the lessons to get you to that money goal. Does that make sense? Yeah, so Rock, get my $27. I was just like you, Rock. I was like, I'm special needs. I would see all these people in my Reiki classes testing like this, and I'm like, how do you do that? So get my $27 guide. So you guys, money is spiritual. But you are worth more than every single riches and gold in this entire world does not even hold a candle to your worth or value. So that's not the problem. The problem with money is we have beliefs. We have blocks. And when you use the 7 keys, you can know exactly what you need to learn. You cannot spiritually bypass the lesson of money. So you have these people say you just have to manifest it. You just have to affirm it. You just have to see yourself with those millions of dollars and you will get it. That is a bull crap lie. And anyone who tells you that is a liar. Because I affirmed myself every day. I prayed every day. Manifestation, vision board. I did all the things and nothing was working because I didn't learn the lesson. So it got to a point where I was using my keys and I would ask, do I have a money block? Do I have a money block? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it generational, past life? And once I cleared all the keys, The keys were cleared. It said, no, you do not have a money block. So I said, okay, then what is it? Do I have a fear of being seen or heard? You guys, on January 1st, we're going to do a 40-day money ritual. We're going to go through these keys and we're going to figure out exactly where all your blocks are and clear them. It's incredible. So you guys, finally, at the age of 40, I finally got to the root. It was fear of being seen. And when I really sat with that, because I kept bypassing that, I don't have a fear of being seen. I don't have a fear of being seen. So I kept bypassing it. It wasn't until I sat down and gave myself sacred space that it all came flooding in. Okay, and the money came in. So it's very, very simple. Better than 50. You have 50-year-olds, you have 60-year-olds. The creator of KFC was 60 years old when he committed or was trying to commit suicide in his bathtub. And what did God tell him? No. He created his chicken recipe. He went door to door, and guess what? Boom. KFC, 60 years old. Okay? If you're 60 or 70 or 80, I don't care. You could still do everything you ever wanted to do. Yes, Deb, I love that. It is never too late for you. Okay? So these keys work for everything. So my $27 guide, I teach you every single key. I teach you how to get your yes and no. And then you are going to learn also how to do this for other people through proxy. And then we also go through the money blocks. And then if you do test something physical, I give you the chart so you know exactly what it is. If it's a nutrient deficiency, a toxin, or a parasite. I'm not special. I'm not miraculous. I'm not chosen. Okay? You can know exactly how to do this. I'm forever 29. Yeah. Angela, I see you, queen. I'm 50, single mom of 4, trying to find my way financially. Yeah. So get the $27 guide. Start with a free guide if you have to. Start with the free guide. You have the keys. You have the free guide. You have a yes or no. So you can ask in my free guide, do I have a money block? Show me which key will unlock. And you keep using the keys until they're clear. Okay? You cannot spiritually bypass the lessons you need to learn in anything. Okay? Especially when it comes to money. And I had to learn it the hard way. Zach, I hope you have your Web3 account about XRP holders. I'm ready to invest in XRP, or I find God and he will provide. Yes, Cosmo. God does provide, but God is not going to force you to spiritually bypass the lessons he promised you that you would learn in this life, right? So you said, I'm going to experience life the hard way. I'm going to come here poor in this life and learn what it feels like to have to earn every single dollar in my bank account. Because some people have came from a life where they were a king or a queen and money just came easily. Where's the lesson in that? So some people will come into this lifetime born into poverty and they have to figure it out how to do it themselves. They had to learn the lessons. So I didn't know this, but I grew up in a trailer park. I spent a couple of years in a trailer park. I didn't know. I was a child. I don't care. That just doesn't define who I am. But I definitely was not born with a golden spoon in my mouth. Okay? When I was 18, I had to move. I moved out of the house. I was on my own since I was 18. Paid my own bills, worked hard, worked my ass off. But it got to the point where I had to work hours and hours and hours, and I was always behind. I kept losing money. I'd make a lot of money and I'd lose it. I was nickel and dime the crap out of myself. Because there was lessons I needed to learn. So yes, God is king. Jesus is king. But they will not force you out of the traumas and trials you need to learn. And that comes with money too. We have to learn. Faith without works is dead. Okay? We're not here to just live an easy, passive life. And if we do, maybe you lived a really hard life and this life was going to be an easy one. You're like, nope, this life I'm going to be a king. Okay? So I know for me, this life, it was not easy. Okay? There's a reason why it wasn't easy. I had to learn how to make money, how to do it the right way. Because you see every day, not every day, but you see people winning millions. They win the lotto. They're millionaires. And guess what? They lose it all in 3 years. They're right back where they were. Why? because they did not learn the lessons that they came here to learn. You cannot spiritually bypass any lesson. But here's the truth. You can learn the lessons quick. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. You can learn the lessons right now. So start tapping into your intuition. Ask God, show me where my money blocks are. Show me what lessons I need to learn so that I could move forward and make this money. Get my bag. Okay? All right. I just want to check in with my queens real quick. Ari, Amma, I like cats. Angela, Mandy, Cassandra. I think Maricela and Sammy, Desi, you guys might have left. Yes. Kiki, hey queen. Kiki, hi friends, still at a 0. Feel like there's more there though. Absolutely, Kiki. Absolutely. Because we're going to clear, our bodies are going to clear in layers. If you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old and you cleared something, there's probably a lot of layers. I'm still clearing. I'm 41 and just 2 days ago or yesterday when I was bawling my eyes out on this live, thank you for holding space. I had to release some shame and guilt still that I was holding on to. Okay? That never goes away. Mastery in 40 days the same. Oh, so the spiritual mastery course, who's ever in the spiritual mastery course will get the 40-day money ritual for free. That is included in the spiritual mastery course. That is included. So it's only for those in the spiritual mastery course, but that doesn't start till January. Aw, thank you, Ample. Let me test. I need to test for Lisa Wolf. Yeah. Okay, Lisa, let's do you, love. Yes, Tammy, I'm so excited. Man, feeling elevated, Heather. Thank you. You are so welcome, queen. All I did was just hold sacred space. Okay, Lisa Fox. You still here, queen? Let me test for you. If you, test what? So Lisa is dealing with a lot. She's in a lot of pain. She's been here and dealing with a ton. So Lisa Wolf, are you still here, queen, or did you hop off? So we're going to use the 7 keys to tap in once I get permission, if she's still here. If not, I can send her a private message. I think she might have hopped off. Yeah. I'll send her a message, you guys. Let me go up here and find her. So everyone, this is why it's so critically important that you get the information. Because why? Maybe TikTok shuts down tomorrow. I don't know. And then you don't have this information that's free. And that's why you need to share it too with everyone you know. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Download the free guide so at least you have the information. I don't see her. Okay? Get the free guide. Once you get the free guide, start practicing. Okay? So you can get the free guide. There's a link in my bio. It's in my Stan store. Thanks, Royale. So once you have the free guide and you read and you learn the information, you are going to see miracles happen in your life. And when you start practicing these keys with other people, you are literally going to see miraculous healing happen. Yes, Spa Life. Thank you, queen. My lower back is still in pain. I like cats. Okay. Yes, Rock. I like cats. Needs another key? No. So is that back pain integration? Yes. So I like cats. You just have to command that to be cleared. The past life, the absorbed, all timelines, dimension, and space, and just keep breathing into that. Perfect. So all of you guys who've downloaded or bought the guide, when I go live tomorrow, right, just say, hey, I purchased the guide or I got the guide. I want to be on your list. Okay? I love you. I like cats. I know it's hard, but just keep breathing into that. Yes, Madge. I love that. Halfway through. That's a lot because it's 80 pages. Okay, Sammy, let's check. My back is still at a 7. Sammy needs another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Past life, Sammy. Yep, so we only cleared the absorbed. There was a past life there. Persecutions cross, yes. I won't be on tomorrow. Thank you, Little Scholar. I will not be on tomorrow. Sorry, guys. I don't go on Sundays. One Sunday I did, and I told everybody, I don't go on Sundays. I literally thought it was Saturday. Can you explain the persecutions cross? Can you please show how you're doing the muscle testing? So I don't do muscle testing. I do intuitive testing. I'm certified in muscle testing, and I couldn't do it. So the system I teach you in my $27 guide is what I do on the lives. LOL, I remember. Yeah. Care Bear, that was so embarrassing. My husband's like, you just told everyone you don't go live, and today's Sunday. I'm like, it's Sunday? Frick. Anyways, persecutions cross is when you have been silenced in multiple lives for speaking truth, trying to bring heaven on earth. So you could have been a witch, you could have been a healer, you could have been someone who just shared too much truth and you were silenced. Okay? If you don't believe in past lives, that's totally fine. If you believe that you were some type of essence or energy before you came here, you just have to ask if something happened before you came here that's ready to be cleared. Thank you, Man Ray. I'm so excited. Oh, from the UK. I love that. It's Saturday where I'm for, oh, is it for 5 more minutes? Okay, I better jump off so I'm not on the Sabbath. I have been persecuted in past lives. Yes, Sandy. Can you show me, is it the thumb alignment? STKI, Jenna. Oh, yes. Because you got my $27 guide, so you know. Yes. And love, you can send me a private message too, and I can answer any questions. I've had the silencing for 43 years by my parents due to how incriminating. Wow. Yeah, Adam. I've been silenced by my family too. It's not fun. No, I feel like I know what I was in the past life. Would love validation though. Yeah. So here I can ask, is what she thinking true? Yes. Yes, SDKI, you should totally. So in my spiritual mastery course, you guys, you will be certified in the truth code system. So you will be certified. We go really deep into the keys. We go really deep into the testing techniques. And then you will be able to charge people for one-on-one sessions. It is so easy. And so we do that. It's an 8-week course. The first 4 weeks are spiritual mastery. So we create a solid foundation for you to open up your spiritual gifts, for you to open up your spiritual antenna, for you to clear your chakras and step fully into purpose. After that channel's been open, then we go deep into 4 weeks of spiritual mastery through the intuitive testing technique, through the truth code. How about developing your gifts? Yes, that is part of it. Because you have spiritual gifts, you need to know exactly what those gifts are and what your intention is on how to use them here on earth. Okay? Everything I do is through, I want to say Christian values. So everything I do is through God, Jesus, Heavenly Mother. If you do not resonate with that, that's fine. You can still take my class and it will just be your source energy, creator energy. Okay? So just so you know. So the course is live. You can jump in anytime, but we go live every Monday from 9 Mountain Standard Time to 12. Yeah. So every Monday from 9 to 12. Yeah, so it's $397 right now. And it's $37 a month if you can't pay up front. Yes, Spa Life Mother. If you're hearing it, babe, join it. We can't wait to have you in there. Oh my gosh, I knew at 11. I'm right. Kiki, yes. So in New York, it's, I think you're Eastern time, so I think you're 2 hours ahead. So right now it's 11 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time in Utah. 10 a.m. So we start at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we go from 9 to 10. We go deep into intuitive testing. Then from 10 to 11, it is a live course, so we're going to go live on that week's module. And then from 11 to 12, it's any questions you have about your week module. Wow, it's 12:58. Yeah, so it is, you are 2 hours ahead of me. Is it recorded? Yes, everything's recorded. So you have access to all the lives, all the recordings. And then if you do need, because I do feel bad, there are some people that can't get on any of my lives, I will make it so that you could just get some one-on-one time with me. Yeah. We might have to just add an extra day. So that is it, you guys. Hopefully you've followed me. Hopefully you are sharing this information with your friends and family. Don't keep it secret. If you know someone's sick or struggling anxiety, depression, just say, hey, I have this free guide that I think might be really helpful. The worst you can do is send it to them. They read the information. Okay. But the worst you can do is don't send it. And then someone's struggling for too many years because they've been lied to. So I have a group community within Stan. You're so welcome. I like cats. How did that feel? Hopefully that's helped and that's clearing. So you guys, I'm going to close with this. I'm not special. I'm not sacred. I'm not a savior. I'm exactly like you. I'm exactly like you. You have a gift. It is your intuition. It is your gift from God. It never lies. It always tells the truth. Pain is just a messenger. You can learn to speak to your intuition. Every time you have prayed to God, to Jesus, to Heavenly Mother, they have literally answered you. They want to answer you. They are our parents. They're not gaslighting you. They're not telling you, well, you got to learn the lesson. You got to figure out yourself. That's a lie. I don't like cats. Do I have to say that? No. Okay? You have lots of people surrounding you, lots of spiritual families, spiritual guides. You've never been alone. You never will be alone. If you feel called to join my community, you will be part of my community for life. Because I'm calling in my soul family, my soul tribe, and we are here to spread truth. We are here to step out of our fear. We are here to speak loudly and proudly truth. So if you want to join my team and be part of my family, you can start by getting the free guide and learning, empowering yourself and sharing. Share the good news, okay? I love you guys so much. What was the book that was removed from the Bible again? There's so many. The Apocryphas, the Jubilees, the Book of Enoch, the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of the Essene. Test which book you need to start. And then get that one first. The healing part. Are you talking about the past lives? Oh, the Gospel of the Essene. Are you talking about Jesus talking about cleansing with parasites? That was the Gospel of the Essene. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. So the Gospel of the Essene is just a bunch of prayers and clearings, and that Jesus literally talked about how to remove parasites from your body. Crazy, huh? It's all there. It's coming out now. Lots of darkness is coming to light. Lots of truth is coming to light. So this is a time of ascension, of awakening. The earth is shifting. She's awakening. So we're all choosing which side we want to awaken with. Yes. You are so welcome, Faith. Yeah, let me know how it goes when you get it. I love it. Sammy has a question. How do you get rid of parasites? Well, when you have the 7 keys, first you want to test if you even have a parasite, because your body knows how to clear them on its own. But if you have an overabundance, you can test which parasite and which one. Sammy, what was your question, love? I didn't see it. Thank you, Sunshine. Oh, how are you doing, Sunshine? I remember you from yesterday. Sunshine Eye. Do I need to know anything more about the persecutions cross to clear it? Nope. Nope. You just have to know it's there and it's time to clear so you can step fully into your spiritual gifts to be seen and heard. It is your time now. Last equation, when does course start? The course is live, so you can jump in anytime. So the course is live. Do I need to know more? Angela. Angela needs to know more. Nope, Queen. You are good. Yeah, the course is live, so you can jump in anytime. So if you feel called to jump in a week or a month or 6 months, you can jump in. But I would definitely jump in before January 1st because that's when we're doing the 40-day money ritual, and that is an incredible way to start the year. You're not coming in at the middle of the course. So you come in whenever you want. So all the modules are there. So you start module 1, module 2. It's an 8-week course. You can come in anytime. Anytime, love. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me too. Okay? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. All right, guys. Love you so much. Have a beautiful night. And I will see you guys on Monday.